like, dude, you look like Mary Poppins. It's like, was he cool? It's
he was like, he's cool.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. That's the best scene.
But he's one of my favorite actors, Woody Harrelson.
That's not Woody Harrelson.
Yes, it is.
That's not Woody.
No, it's not.
That's not Woody Harrelson.
No, it's not.
That's not him.
No.
What's up, guys? This is, I don't know what it's called. What is this?
This is just the Avengers Endgame review.
Oh yeah, this is the This is the Avengers Endgame review, and I'm here with.
My name's James.
Gavin. That's take everyone.
Yeah,
you know what
this is Young Motec.
I'm pretty sure you've seen us on Jarrell's channel multiple times.
Yeah.
And by Jarrell, I mean Young Motec.
Yeah.
Young Motec.
All right. So, I guess we're gonna go down the line.
I guess so.
What did you think about Endgame? No spoilers yet.
Okay, yeah. Basically, we're doing a little movie review for Avengers. If you saw Jarrell's last video, he was like, "Yo, man, it was the best movie ever! Oh my gosh!" And yeah, and he decided, you know what? Let me know if you guys want to do a movie review. Literally, nobody asked for it, so we're gonna do it anyway.
Except for him.
Yeah, I was like, "Dude, let me be in it." Yeah, I asked for it. I was like, "Dude, let me be in it."
Yeah.
But messaged him on YouTube, and we decided, hey, let's do it. You know, we'll all shoot. McGavin's in town, so we decided, hey, why not? Let's do it tonight. So yes, first off, no spoilers.
Yet or
yeah, not right now. We're gonna do it. We'll let you guys know. It'll look like this.
Yeah. Spoilers.
Like now.
I was just kidding that there were no spoilers right now. So
yeah,
I'll put something right there so it won't look stupid.
Yeah, because it was like a long pause, and I was like, what, like yet?
But yeah. So no spoilers off the bat. I like the movie. I mean, I don't know anybody who doesn't like the movie. Everybody I've talked to is like, oh my gosh, I cried. It was the best movie ever.
Yeah, it was.
And yeah. So yeah, I liked it.
What would you rate it like out of 10?
Like out of a movie. Now, are you counting it as like a singular movie or with Infinity War and Endgame together?
Like an Avengers, like all the Avengers.
Yeah. Like
out of the 4 Avengers movies.
I mean, yeah, because you gotta rate it like, I don't know.
Yeah, like rate it as a standalone, and then out of the 4 Avengers movies.
Okay, so as a standalone movie.
Yeah.
So I'm comparing it to all movies.
Yeah, like
okay,
like this.
So as a standalone movie, I would say it's like 8 or 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I'm leaning more towards 8.
Yeah, out of like any other movie, for sure, like an 8, like a high 8, almost a 9.
No,
because that's just like in its own category. Yeah.
Yeah, mine's like almost a 7.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's like an 8, almost a 7.
Yeah, because compared to
really.
Yeah.
To all movies?
Yeah, I mean to all movies.
Dude, I like a lot of movies.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, you
like,
do. I mean, I like a lot of movies too, but I do tend to linger more towards like Disney movies, like.
It is a Disney movie.
I know what I'm saying, but I mean like animated
not.
movies or like superhero movies. So like my genre of movies, it maybe doesn't expand as wide as y'all's.
So as a critic that's going to see it, would you recommend it to anybody?
Oh yeah, I mean, here's the thing: if you've never seen any of the other Marvel movies, Cinematic Universe (MCU), then why are you even watching this video?
Yeah,
very true.
So yeah, but if you've seen all of them, I mean, nobody's like, didn't really like Infinity War. Endgame's gonna suck. You know, like nobody. People aren't like, oh man, Captain Marvel was okay. I don't want to see it. That kind of ruined it for me. No, you're gonna watch the last movie, you know, and you're gonna want to see what people think about it, you know.
Captain Marvel still made $1 billion, even after all of that. They still made $1 billion.
Oh, I never saw Captain Marvel.
You didn't watch it?
Tatiana went by herself.
I watched.
I watched it. Yeah.
Oh, she went
we'll talk more about her, trust me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
But yeah, I thought the movie was great.
So 1 out of 10, or scale of 1 to 10 out of all movies.
Out of all
standalone.
movies, like standalone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give it a 9, bro, because this is my life.
Damn, 9. Yeah, well, I mean, you got the Strange shirt on.
Yeah, Doctor Strange.
What? Is that your favorite Marvel character?
No, Spider-Man actually is, but Doctor Strange, like in the movies, he's just so cool. Like you just can't, help but like him.
You just smooth it.
Yeah.
He doesn't struggle like everybody else does. He just
like
does his thing.
I could just teleport out of here.
Yeah. His cape helps.
Yeah, like I love in Doctor Strange where it like grabs the guy by the face and it's like punching him and he's like, what the, and he's like, what the? Doesn't it do it to Drax?
Yeah, he's
like, I can't.
Now it's a dying blanket of death.
That's what, like he just freaks out. So that's like hilarious. But All right, so out of all the Marvel movies, so from there's 22 of them.
Yeah.
Are there?
So it's like Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 1, 2, and 3, Captain America 1, 2, and 3,
Yeah.
Thor 1, 2, and 3,
Yeah.
the 4 Avengers movies, so that's 14.
And then you have the 2 Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
2 Guardians of the Galaxy, that's 16.
And then 2 Ant-Man movies.
17, 18.
Yeah.
Am I missing some?
Black Panther.
Black Panther,
19. I think Incredible Hulk would be 14. Or
You already
20.
said Incredible. You already said it.
Okay, well then we'll just count that one.
Oh, and
twice,
then Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Yeah,
is
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Homecoming.
Homecoming.
I don't know why I said it like that. Damn, there's like a couple more that we're missing.
So I don't.
Thor 1, 2, and 3. There it is.
Yeah.
Because I didn't say Thor. I said Captain America,
did?
Iron Man.
I thought you did.
I said Iron Man, Captain America, and then the 4 Avengers movies.
Yeah.
I skipped Thor.
And
That's
then-
what it was.
And then so yeah, Doctor Strange included.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, then Doctor Strange.
Yeah, there you go.
And
All
Captain
right.
Marvel. Yeah.
And Captain Marvel that I didn't see.
So yeah.
So
They didn't see.
Captain Marvel's gonna. Well, I'm sorry. Incredible. Like I haven't seen Captain Marvel. Incredible Hulk is straight last. I'm sorry. Like I fucking hate that movie.
Really? You know what's funny? Like, I actually thought The Incredible Hulk was a decent movie at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was badass.
Technically, well, you did say at the time.
Yeah, at the time.
At the time.
At
That was like what 2008 or something. 7.
Yeah, and then like when
That-
We're old, dude.
Yeah, I remember that movie came out.
Yeah, me too.
I was
I went to
an
watch it in the theater with my dad.
I actually don't remember watching it.
I think I watched the first Hulk one too,
Oh
back
my
in
God.
2004. I went to 2004. I watched that one too.
Oh, I'm
In theater.
gonna make you eat shit when we talk about Thor.
Why?
I love Thor.
No, I don't know why.
Yeah. All right. So,
Out of all the movies,
out of all the Marvel movies, which is your favorite?
it gotta be Endgame.
Endgame's your favorite?
And then, like, in order of literally how the box office got it, it's probably like Endgame, Infinity War, and like probably
Black Panther
Black
would probably be
Panther.
next, right?
Black Panther.
How much did Black Panther make?
I have no idea.
It was like 4th of all time.
I don't know, 'cause it's
Of
like-
all- every movie, it was like 4th.
Yeah,
of all
because like
time.
I know I contributed like 4 times. I watched the movie 4 times in theater.
Like Avatar's #1, #2,
It's like Titanic.
No, number 2 is like
Two is
Star
Infinity
Wars.
War.
The Star
Yeah,
Wars. movie.
Force Awakens.
Force Awakens.
and then
Yeah.
there's
Great movie. We're down.
Infinity War. Yeah,
Yeah.
You were like,
I'll bring up Titanic later.
It made me think of the scene in Infinity War when Star-Lord was like, "Is Footloose still the greatest movie of all time?"
It
And he's
never
like,
was.
"He's like, it never was." And he's like, he
Heartbroken.
Yeah, he legit got like frustrated, like baffled.
no,
you
but
know?
yeah, Black Panther. I know I watched the movie like 4 times.
That's your favorite
one? No,
Oh, what's your favorite?
my favorite Marvel movie.
Iron
Oh, I'll say my favorite Marvel.
Yeah, you said Iron Man 2.
As far
No.
as MCU,
No.
Yeah, MCU. The 22 that we mentioned, basically, like that are of the MCU.
So
Your favorite one?
I'm gonna say, honestly, like Thor is my favorite, but Winter Soldier I think is my favorite like
Really?
Marvel movie. Yeah, because Winter Soldier was just badass. Like
Yeah, Winter
Oh.
Soldier is badass.
I feel like a lot of people slept on that movie too because it's just another Captain America movie, but it was like super good. Like
yeah.
I don't know, the action was really good. The storytelling wasn't too slow in my opinion, but then again, I'm not really like a critic. I don't really like.
That's what I said. You don't have that.
I don't because it's like I just watch the movies and I enjoy them. I just like
Yeah.
immerse myself. Like unless I gotta pee, nothing takes me out of that. Nothing takes me out of that world. Like I'll literally be in the window like, oh wow, it's over with. Like it's over now.
Yeah.
Like I want more. So
Yeah.
that's why like.
Yeah.
I like that was probably my favorite Marvel movie, but I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna say Thor 2, Thor: The Dark World. I love that
Yeah,
one.
that was-
That one's so good.
Yeah,
and people say that's the worst. Thor
Yeah,
movie.
people say they hated it. Yeah, a lot of people say it because I watched it. So when I was in Korea, like getting ready to leave Korea, I watched it again on Netflix, and I was
Yeah.
like, fucking love this movie. Like I was in like
Dude, I got it on DVD over there. I think.
not Blu-ray.
No, I do. No, my parents bought it. I would have. Dude, Blu-ray Steelbook if I bought it.
Yeah, I don't know for sure. And I was watching it, and I was supposed to be doing laundry, but I like
You're like,
sat there and watched the Dark
Bump
World.
doing laundry.
Yeah, like bump doing laundry. I didn't fold nothing. I slept on my clothes. But it was a good movie. I was gonna say that one either for sure is Winter Soldier, and my second one is The Dark World. And then I mean obviously I'm on the hype train like everybody else. Endgame is obviously my top 3 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe once I watch it again.
Yeah, I want to watch it again.
I want to watch it again.
Okay, so how many times have you guys seen it?
I've only seen it once.
Yeah, once as well. So
Once.
And I saw it in 3D.
oh, that's why you.
Because Dolby Cinema was like sold out, so I just had to go watch it in 3D.
Man, how hard was it for you to get a ticket?
How hard was it? It wasn't hard at all. Like as soon as like
You pre-ordered?
yeah. So like
okay.
as soon as
Okay, well your story's not interesting anymore. You just pre-ordered the ticket. Did you go to the movie theater and bought it?
At first, I didn't realize how easy it was to do it on the phone.
Uh-huh.
So I had got it like literally
so
a day
easy.
before it came out.
Yeah.
oh my
I
god!
thought you had to
what?
like sign up. Like,
What?
I thought you had to like sign up for like some offers or
the
something.
day before it came out.
Dude.
That's why you got a ticket.
That's what I said. So that's why they said even the news people said this is like the most high like 3D buys ever because
People just want to see
Yeah,
it. Like
people
they don't
wanna
want
see
to wait. Yeah.
yeah. So I had reclining chairs, so I'm good.
Man, when I
My one didn't work. I had to plug it in. They were like unplugged. I was like, "What's wrong with this chair?" I looked behind. Monica's like, "Just check that they're plugged in." They're plugged in. Oh shit! They
Oh
are.
wait, you mean these electric chairs have to be plugged?
Oh my god! Shut up.
No, I'm just kidding. No, but man, like what I did was I think it was last weekend. My sister. Okay, so Easter, my sister was like, "Oh, you want to come with us, Marie?" Haha. My daughter,
Yeah.
and then we were just like, no, because it was Sunday. Like she can't. Like you're
No.
working tomorrow, and Alex is going to daycare, so there's no point. And she was like, okay, well, you guys will hang out next weekend, right? You want to watch on Saturday? And I was just like, yes, Saturday sounds good. You know. And then on Sunday, I got up early that morning. I rode my motorcycle over to the theater, and I was just like, oh, let me see if I can get a ticket for one. You know, I mean, they're selling them online, so they got to be having tickets available.
Yeah.
I get there. It was probably like 9:30 in the morning. I walk up to the counter. And I look up and it's like, oh, 1 o'clock, okay. And I'm like, hey, can I get a? And then I look up again and it's like sold out. And I was like, oh god. And then she was like, the lady from the back, she was like, oh my gosh, 12:15 and 1 o'clock are at 98% capacity. We can't sell any more tickets for those. And I was just like, let me get the one for 1:30. No, it wasn't that
Serious,
dramatic.
man, yeah.
But like, I was literally like, okay, yeah, 1:30. That sounds great. And like, so I just bought my tickets then, and then. I came back home and Tatiana was like, I don't want to go anywhere. And then I was just like, babe, we're gonna go. We're going on a date. I bought the fucking tickets. I was just like, I've already planned this.
Yeah.
Like, we're going.
Spontaneous planning, but hey.
Yeah.
I've been planning this since it was announced. Like,
Dude, man, when Infinity War came out, I was like, I'm pre-ordering my in-game tickets.
You never did.
yeah, because my girlfriend she didn't like watch none of the movies, and I was like, look, we're gonna watch all the movies, so you can go see Endgame.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh man, I bet that was awesome.
Yeah,
Getting to see
it was.
through all.
And
Yeah, was it like back to back, like every day, or like
Whenever
you had a
weekend,
chance? Every weekend? Okay.
Every weekend.
Like watch
you
one
would
movie?
watch one or just a couple of them?
Like probably one a day.
You have all of them?
Some of them was on Netflix. Some of them
Did you watch them in order?
I recorded. Yeah. So it was nice, trust me. Like going back and watching, you appreciate those movies, like Age of Ultron.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that's what I'm
great.
saying. Like,
Dude.
I don't know.
Fuck
Go-
Age
go.
of Ultron. I'm sorry.
You don't like it?
Dude,
Dude, it was great.
He's like,
that's like the worst Avengers movie out of the
No,
four.
it's not.
Age of Ultron? Which
Dude.
one's the worst?
The worst one?
Don't say the first one.
Infinity War.
Dude, Endgame.
No, like
Dude, Avengers 1, Age of Ultron, Infinity War, Endgame.
all
That's
of
the
them-
order.
All of them was nice, bro. Like
I know that.
it can't be worse.
Like, I'd probably have to go back and watch Age of Ultron because I think that one's kind of like a filler one.
That's one. You know,
Like, it just has
Vision
a
got
bunch of
created.
stuff. Yeah.
I thought it was because like again like
Vision was lame. He didn't do anything.
Vision was cool.
when I was getting when I was
Oh my
getting-
gosh.
when I
Fly over here, hold the hammer, hand it to Thor. Thor's like, all right, let's go.
That was one of the coolest things, the coolest moments in the whole MCU. Yes.
I don't know about that, but anyways,
It was.
No, but so like
Man.
like when I was leaving, you know, I wasn't doing nothing much, just packing up, right? So I was watching like all these random movies. Like, you know what? I haven't seen Thor: Dark World. I watched it and I was like, man, I love this movie. I hate it how everybody gives it so much flack. And then I saw like right after that when I saw Age of Ultron, and I was like, this movie's great. Like
Age of Ultron?
Yeah.
Good, man. Tell me.
How many times did you watch it?
Probably like 2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Watching
you actually
it now,
you actually watched it.
yeah.
You actually,
Yeah,
you actually watched it.
I saw it in theaters.
Like all 3 times? Or
No,
2 times?
I saw it in theaters, and then when it was on Netflix, I watched it.
Yeah.
And then it was on regular TV because I had TV back then.
Yeah.
I had to let the
Yeah,
camera
it's
know.
great, dude. I don't know.
I mean, well, okay.
So.
So, how about that Endgame?
all right,
Let's get into
So
it.
you want to do spoilers now?
No,
Did we rate them like at all the
Like,
all the
yeah.
Avengers?
Oh, okay, yeah. Out of,
At all the Avengers?
oh yeah, I never said my favorite Marvel movie.
Yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
well, yeah.
go for it.
Yeah.
Most important.
I would say the one that man, it is so hard to think about, you know? So, like, right off the top, what was yours?
Mine was Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier?
Winter Soldier. Yeah.
Since we're on saying MCU because if it's just Marvel, Logan was my favorite of all time. But
I love Logan too,
Yeah, Logan's cool.
I'm gonna say
but not the best.
it was the best. But I'm gonna say just Endgame. I'm gonna say Endgame. Man. You gotta say Endgame. People gonna say Infinity War is Endgame.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said a lot of people say Infinity War.
They like the Infinity War better?
Like not well. Some people say they like Infinity War better, and some people say Civil War because Civil War was awesome.
Civil War pretty good too.
I don't know why everybody loves Civil War. I mean, I only saw it once, but I gotta
Because,
watch
you
it.
know-
I've seen it like 3 times.
Yeah,
I've seen like almost every Marvel movie like at least twice or 3 times. Unless
Yeah.
Black Panther.
Except Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
That one is ass.
Yeah.
That's my least favorite Marvel.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
It was. I don't even remember. Yeah, I
the
don't
post
remember.
credit scene.
But
Was the
I
best
think
part.
I think the part that
Oh, yeah.
I love the
That's what
most
kicked
about
it off.
the Incredible Hulk was when he like janky kicked the freaking the British dude.
That's why I hate that movie.
Cause it was so it wasn't like a it was like a
No, it was literally like, boom. The guy's like, boom, hits the fucking tree.
that was badass.
No,
And it was like,
I was
oh.
like in 2008 when I was in 8th grade
Yeah.
watching that. Like I don't want to watch this movie.
Yeah, I don't
Oh
even-
really?
It made me not wanna,
So
like-
so it technically traumatized you? Not
Yeah,
traumatized, but
not
like, it was-
traumatized, but like
Yeah.
I hate that movie.
That
Because
makes you cringe.
That scene is like, like
I watched it and I was like, ooh, like, yeah. My dad
Man.
my dad was with me too, and I was like, ooh, because my dad he did a big oof on that one.
Yeah.
That was badass. That's my favorite scene. But anyways, go for it.
The movie that kind of pops up to the top for me is Ragnarok. That
Yeah,
one was
it was
so.
great.
Yeah,
It's
I
different.
fucking
I wasn't
loved it.
I wasn't gonna say that because I really want to pick Thor, but I can't be biased. Because again, Thor's my favorite, and Ragnarok was amazing. I love
Yeah.
that movie, but
It
I got
It was great.
Hey man,
Hey, man. He's like, hey man, my name's Cole.
that dude,
Yeah.
that dude is so cool. I love him. Yeah.
Spoilers, he's in Endgame. If you know who we're talking about. I mean, we didn't even say his name.
Yeah.
You got to do the
Huh?
the spoiler.
Spoilers.
The spoiler.
No, it's cool. All I said was just the fact that Cork is in fucking Endgame. Like, how's that even like that big a deal?
Thor Ragnarok.
No, because, like-
opens up.
No. The reason why how that's a spoiler is because like how Infinity War started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bam.
Well, Thor. If you seen Thor Ragnarok, I mean, it's the beginning of Infinity War.
Yeah.
If you
Because
think about it-
Ragnarok happens like immediately
Yeah, immediately.
before
Yeah, immediately before Infinity War.
Infinity War. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna say Ragnarok just because like one, it was so funny, and then I like the whole conflict between Banner or Bruce and why did I say Bruce and then Banner? That's the same person.
Bruce and Banner.
Yeah, Hulk and Thor, where I thought it was really funny. And
Yeah, the fight was epic.
yeah, and it just was a cool movie. It was like paced really well, and just I don't know. I like
Yeah.
Thor. I like Thor too,
Mm-hmm.
So you
or Thor 3. I mean,
said your favorite superhero is Thor.
Yeah, my favorite superhero is Thor. Yes.
What about yours?
out of the MCU,
Yeah.
Iron Man.
You know I'm a Spider-Man guy. Even though I got the Doctor Strange shirt, but Spider-Man.
Yeah. No. See. Yeah. I like Spider-Man too.
Man, I didn't like Homecoming though.
I love
Homecoming's like
Oh
rated
my
down
goodness.
low too.
Really?
Yeah.
I loved Homecoming.
Homecoming was pretty good.
If you're a Spider-Man fan, you
no,
like
no.
Homecoming.
See, the thing is,
Well,
like,
I'm not a Spider-Man
I mean, I'm a Spider-Man fan too, but it's like
Tobey Maguire all day, bro.
That would be
I love
cool.
all the Spider-Mans. Honestly, like Tobey Maguire's like obviously up there.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty sure all of us grew up on him.
Yeah, duh.
Like,
2002,
yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
Or 2000. 2000.
2000. I thought 2001.
It was like
That was
5.
2000.
Yeah. So
I was like
great movies.
I was like 7
like 6
when it came out.
So like yeah,
Everybody
like,
who's
and-
older than 30,
So
I feel bad for you.
and I think I discussed it a lot before. Like I thought the Amazing Spider-Mans were good movies too. I just didn't like the first one's like suit. The first like the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah,
with,
Amazing Spider-Man was blah to me.
The first one, and then the second one was a lot better because his suit just looked so much cleaner.
But the second one was bad, but it was because it wasn't enough Spider-Man. It was more of a love story. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, you didn't barely see him as Spider-Man through the whole movie.
You know, I mean, I guess I won't actually. I've only seen it like once. I own it. I haven't
Amazing
watched, like,
Spider-Man
once or
is not in the MCU, so let's cut the and
Yeah.
stop
Oh,
talking.
All right,
yeah.
about
forget
it.
it. All right.
not,
Like I said,
you're
it's
right.
Tom Holland. Homecoming
Tom
was
Holland,
great
Homecoming.
because it paid homage to a lot of stuff in the comics that a lot of people didn't notice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah,
Spider
and then him
wings.
even like
Yeah,
taking off the
bro.
mask halfway and eating, that's like a big thing in the comics for some reason.
yeah.
I haven't read the comics,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
and
I've seen
all that
like
stuff.
thumbnails of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't know why people crap on Iron Man 2 so much. That one's not bad.
Iron Man 2, I loved it. I'm not gonna lie. I love like again. I love all the Marvel movies, but when people crap on it, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
People like. Blah, blah,
And then
talk shit about
people
it.
crap on Iron Man 3 more. That was my favorite one.
Dude, Iron Man 3. Dude, for me, the 3 Iron Mans, it's like 1, 2, 3. The one
Really?
one is the best, 2 is the second best, 3 is the worst.
Third one is awesome. I don't know.
I think mine goes the same order, honestly. Like
Like 1, 2,
just
3?
a little bit, because I want to
Yeah.
put 3 above 2, Just because I don't know. I just felt
Yeah.
like
But yeah.
I
mean-
mean, because you see the evolution of how good like
Yeah.
how smart and how good like Tony Stark actually
And you
is.
see his anxiety from Avengers.
Yeah, and
I mean, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
like a cool like nod, you know. Is this the forehead of security? Because he was like, I don't know how to
happy.
make this thing. Yeah, dude. Who? My favorite character in all of MCU, Happy. That's why I hated Iron Man 3 because he was in the hospital the whole time. No, okay. So what's your favorite? Is Thor? Favorite is Spider-Man, Iron Man. What's your lead in game? Who was your favorite character?
In Endgame?
Yeah,
Thor.
Thor.
Well, I can't really say mine because
He was in.
actually in Endgame, I would say Captain America. You know what?
Captain America Endgame? Okay.
Heck yes, Captain America. Yes.
Mine was probably Thor or Rocket. Just I love how insensitive Rocket is.
I feel like Rocket didn't play a big role in the movie.
No, he did.
He was comic relief.
No, he was, but
No,
it's
he
like,
played a big role because
Already talked
like
about it. Right?
no, it's like no spoilers. It's like what Thor was going through. He played a big role in helping Thor through.
Yeah,
it.
he did.
You know, even in Infinity War, he was the one who kind of talked and helped with Thor. So if we did like a little spoiler thing in Infinity War, when Thor was like, "Oh yeah, like all my people have died and blah blah blah," you know, it's like I'm fine though, and he's like tearing up, and then Rocket's like talking to him like, "Hey man,
Yeah.
let's go, let's go do that." You know, he kind of
Tana captain.
And guess
He
what?
turns around.
Yeah.
He gave him another eye.
yeah, he did. He gave him another eye, and then
Yeah.
it was him and Groot that helped him create Stormbreaker.
Stormbreaker.
Yeah.
Bitch, badass axe.
Teenage Groot.
Oh yeah, he's like, I am Groot.
And they was like, whoa,
Like whoa, yeah, like everybody was freaking
You got some acorns on you, kid.
Oh yeah, but I feel like we can't really talk about Endgame without talking about Infinity
Yeah,
War.
You really can't. Like,
Yeah, so it's like, still no spoilers. We're gonna lead into Endgame spoilers we're gonna talk about Infinity War and then do the little motion. Not that time, and then what we're gonna do is start talking about Endgame spoilers. All right, so we're 22 minutes in at this
That's
time. Yeah, so that's great.
Yeah.
All right, so I mean, Infinity War.
What was your favorite part I guess?
Yeah, what was your favorite part again?
my favorite part of Infinity War was probably like
You can totally spoil Infinity War spoilers. It's on Netflix.
yeah. So my favorite part is when they intertwine between like the fight between like Thanos and the battle on Wakanda. Like that whole scene between the last like I guess 40 to 30 minutes was like my favorite part of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because like obviously like and then obviously like in those same like last 30-40 minutes, Thor gets like Stormbreaker. You know how he's struggling. Everybody's doing their part in different parts of the world and the universe. And it's just like it's just badass. It's like, oh man, everything's coming down like right now. Like shit's about to get real. Like, you know what I mean?
In that scene, the thing that Tatiana freaking loves is like, of course, this is something that I kind of will get into with Endgame, but it's like in Infinity War, it's like everybody's struggling, or it's like the battle's happening, they're fighting Thanos up here, and then it's like Wakanda saves the day. They go to Wakanda, and then the whole African army standing there like, what up, bruh? And then like they just go badass, and it's like Tatiana loves that part.
Yeah,
the bald-headed chick, the warrior, right hand to
I forget her, Okoye.
Ikoye.
Yeah.
I didn't even know her name, so like if somebody was like, "What's her name?" I'd be like, "That bald-head chick."
She's cool though. Like,
Yeah, she's super cool.
I love her in Walking Dead.
Oh
my
Spoiler alert to Walking Dead. But she the attitude, her attitude is so funny. Like when Banner's in the Iron Man suit and he trips and she's
Yeah,
just
like the whole-
that was funny. She was
like what the fuck? Like,
yeah, literally just
like,
Tatiana died laughing at that scene because she's just like, "Yep, that's African."
yeah,
attitude.
she's serious, but she's funny.
Yeah,
she's
like,
probably not trying to be funny, but just like
it
her
just
facial
it
expressions
just
and
comes out.
everything just comes
Like,
out.
she's
You're
just-
just like, yeah.
She's just that good.
Yeah.
Like when Wanda was in Infinity War and she started fighting, she was like, "Where was she at the whole time?"
That's what I was about to say. Like, she was like, "Why was she up there?"
Yeah.
Why was she up there this whole time?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
And then it's like, damn, chick, you just went badass. So that's my favorite scene, or like part of that scene, when she's just like, when all the chicks are fighting, it's like awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But Thor's entrance was probably one of the best moments.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, when he came in, just bring me Thanos, and then just drop the hammer. Like, you get chills. Like, I'm getting chills now thinking about it. But yeah, it's cool, trust me. Oh yeah, yeah. But as far as I think it's when like the Guardians met like Spider-Man
and Tony,
Iron Man, all of them. and then they didn't know who he was.
That's like the funniest.
Yeah.
I love that scene.
But if you think about it, Star-Lord kicked their butt. If you look,
I
at
was gonna say that he could keep up with like Iron Man.
he kept up with him.
Peter Quill can.
If y'all go
definitely
watch
hold his
that
own.
scene,
I'm gonna have to watch that again.
He destroyed both of them.
He can hold his own. That man's just like he's mischievous. That man
Yeah.
literally put like a freaking like a magnet on Tony
Yeah, that was
Stark.
cool.
He didn't even realize it.
He was like,
He's like, oh shit, and he got stuck. Then he got Iron Man and Spider-Man, and he had his
He
whole
about to
like
hit.
he had his iron claws out, the extra legs, and just tied him up.
he was about to blast him.
Peter Quill can hold his own, man.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, minus what he did.
what we did.
Yeah.
He was still one of my favorite though in that movie.
Yeah, I mean,
Where's Gamora?
I did like Star-Lord in Infinity War more than I liked him in Guardians 1 and 2. To me, honestly,
2 was cool.
Like,
I think the first one's better.
Yeah.
Personally,
for me, Guardians 1 is better than Guardians 2.
Yeah.
Because to me, Guardians 2 is like a pointless movie.
I like it because of the blue dude?
Yeah, I mean, he's cool.
Like the whole little red thing.
Oh, Yondu.
Yondu, yeah. At first,
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
it was cool.
The innocence. He didn't even know.
He was like, dude, you look like Mary Poppins. It's like, was he cool? It's
yeah,
like,
he was like, yeah,
yes.
he's cool. Yeah.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. That's the best scene.
But he's one of my
two.
favorite actors, Woody Harrelson.
That's not Woody Harrelson.
Yes, it is.
That's not.
That's not Woody.
No, it's not.
That's not Woody Harrelson.
No, it's not.
That's not him.
Uh-uh.
Not at all.
Dude, if you see this guy, you're gonna be like,
No, that's
who the hell
Woody.
is that? That's
Was he
not
in the
Woody.
first
That's not Woody Harrelson at
That's
all.
not
Are
Woody
you
Harrelson
serious?
at all.
100%. That's not Woody
100%.
Harrelson.
The dude that was in
You were so
Zombieland.
confident when you said
You're like, dude, Woody Harrelson is great. I love him. It's like, that's not Woody
So
Harrelson.
that's not the same dude that was in Zombieland.
That is, no,
no,
that,
it's different.
Woody Harrelson is in Zombieland.
He's in
That's not the
Walking
same guy.
Dead.
So
The
that's
guy's
not
in
him for
Walking
real.
Dead. You seen Jumper?
Bro, I thought that was him.
You seen Jumper?
Jumper.
Yeah, the movie where the guy teleports. And
Yeah.
Skywalker can teleport.
Yeah.
Yeah, his dad was him. Look at him. That's not him. That's not Woody Harrelson.
Bro, I thought that was Woody.
The guy
The
from
whole
Walking
time.
Dead.
Bro, I thought that was Ru-
What's his face?
After all these years.
Bro,
That's
what is that?
That's him. Is literally him. Like this, it's like that's literally what you see. And it's like, yeah,
This man said
MC was alive.
just because Woody Harrelson isn't in it.
Oh my gosh, I thought that was him.
No, it's
No,
not.
dude, it's not him.
That's
It's-
not what
it's
it
same
is.
with
See, that's him in The Walking Dead.
Yeah, you never seen freaking
Merle Dixon. He's like in the first episode.
Yeah,
I'm depressed.
Okay, well, we just figured out who Jarrell's least favorite character is now. But yeah, man. In Infinity War, I was gonna say the when they met each other and they were all like fighting or whatever, and then it's like he's like, "Where's Gamora?" And then he's like, "Who's I got one better. Who's Gamora?" And then he's like, "I got one better. What is Gamora?"
Why is Gamora?
Why?
It's like, you want to blast my dude? I'll blast him. Let's do it.
Yeah,
do
he
it,
was
bro.
serious, like-
I can take it.
He was
No,
like-
he can't
yeah.
take it.
He was about to blast him for real. Like,
Yeah.
he shoot.
It was like he had like the electricity running
Yeah.
through it.
Like, oh my gosh. Like Drax is like the best character. I'm sorry, he's the best character in Infinity War, and then we'll get to Endgame in a minute. But
You like Drax for Infinity War?
yeah, Drax in Infinity War was like him, and all of them are so funny. Like the
my movement is so
Yeah.
slow. It isn't practically invisible.
it's like your human eye can't even perceive it. He's like, hi Drax. Damn. But no, like I was gonna say the scene when they met each other and then they were like fighting or whatever.
Yeah.
And when they're talking on, what is it, Titan?
Titan.
Yeah, when they're talking on Titan, and
Playing,
and Quill's just like, is Footloose still the greatest movie? Like that part just like got me so hard. He's like, it never was.
It's like, I like your plan, but
It's,
I think it sucks.
yeah.
So let me come up with the plan.
Yeah, and then he's like saying the plan, and then Drax and them are over there like, like yawning.
Yeah,
and he's
when
like,
Iron Man, it's
he's
like,
like-
you lost me when it was like
you were.
when you were talking about let's make a plan.
Yeah.
As soon as it starts.
You know
He's
what's
like-
crazy? He made the plan and he was the one that effed it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did actually.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, I think I said that too. Like the last 30 minutes when they're fighting on Titan.
yeah.
I said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great fight. When like Doctor Strange and Thanos were fighting.
Yeah,
like,
strange.
amazing.
Yeah, that was
amazing
a good
fight.
scene. Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely like that was like probably the funniest part to me. My favorite part is when Thor's making Stormbreaker.
Making like
yeah, when they're
taking-
he was like,
making it, and he's
"Ah."
like, like holding the freaking eye of the
Dude,
sun open.
Swole, man.
Dude, that's what I'm
He's
saying.
ripped.
Like, man, I can't wait to get into Endgame because I gotta talk about some of that. you
Yeah,
know,
I
but,
gotta talk about those too.
all right, so basically, synopsis for Infinity War: Thanos comes in, wrecks shop, snaps everybody away.
Yeah. Because
And
it was no other way.
there's no other way.
Yeah.
There was no other way.
And then seeing Strange do like,
Oh yeah.
He's just like,
Man, there was a meme I saw where it was like, Doctor Strange has seen Endgame 14 million times and he hasn't spoiled it. Be like Doctor Strange.
yeah, he's like,
He watched the events of Endgame 14 million times.
That's crazy.
But all right, so welcome to the spoilers of Endgame. Man, I just wanted to be like Tony Stark and just like. But all right, so basically, how does Endgame start?
Dude.
how does it start?
Yep.
It starts with Hawkeye.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that was I totally forgot about
So, Hawkeye is not really in Infinity War like at all, right?
that. Infinity
No,
War.
him and Ant-Man was supposed to be on the house arrest.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So they're not in Infinity War at all. So he's at home. The movie opens up, and he's seriously, if you have not seen this movie, cut the video. So it's like he's over there like practicing archery with his daughter, teaching her how to shoot and stuff like that. And his wife and 2 boys are hanging out over there doing a little picnic at the thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And at the table, they're in like a field or whatever, and he shoots, or she shoots the arrow. He's like, oh yeah, let me go get it. And he grabs the arrow, he turns around, and there's like a little smoke cloud, like a little dust cloud. And then he looks out, and it's clearly like, they're in a big, huge field, so you couldn't even, there's no way they could have ran off in that
like
time.
it's like impossible. to,
Yeah, like
Then the
to
dog
hide.
too. Didn't he have a dog he was going to?
Dude, they snapped the dog away too? Like,
Yeah, all living.
What?
Yeah.
Fucking
yeah,
asshole.
half of everything.
Man,
The trees.
where's
Yeah.
John Wick?
Yeah. And so, oh yeah, that is funny. Like half of all living things. That means
Yeah.
the plants should have been gone
The
too.
plants were going, birds, all that.
But yeah, so
But by the way, while this is happening, also if you guys see Ant-Man 2, it was happening during the same thing.
yeah, the after credit
Yeah,
scene
yeah.
for Ant-Man 2.
That was the best part of that movie, honestly.
Yeah, that's like a big, huge thing that you gotta watch. So if you haven't seen Ant-Man and the Wasp, just go.
Ant-Man and Wasp was a good movie too.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. But basically, in Ant-Man and the Wasp, Scott goes. What's his last name? Lang. Scott Lang.
Yeah.
Ant-Man goes into the quantum realm, and Dr. Pym, the Wasp, and wasn't
His
there
wife.
Wasn't there somebody else? Oh yeah,
His
Dr.
wife.
Pym's wife. They all smoked away, just like
Yeah.
Nick Fury and stuff like that. But so basically, it starts off with Hawkeye's family disappearing, and he's
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck?" And then it's like Endgame or whatever, like the
Yeah.
thing comes up, and you're just like, "Oh no, he lost his family." That's
Yeah.
sucky.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. And then what happened, Jerome?
Man.
I can't remember.
Like, just off
Oh,
the
yeah.
top. Yeah.
What happens after that is it cuts to Iron Man and Nebula on the ship, and basically Iron Man has been out there for like 22 days. He's about to die. Oh, little Easter egg. He was out there for 22 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why they said 22 days is because Endgame was the 22nd movie,
Really?
and that's why they said 22 days.
Oh, that's cool.
I
Yeah,
didn't know
that's
that.
that's why they did that. So basically, the ship was gonna run out of oxygen. Of course, he gets saved. Clearly,
By who?
what it Rocket?
No,
Captain
Captain
Marvel.
Marvel. Jinx.
Oh yeah, it was Captain Marvel. She just the fucking ship
You
down.
need to watch that movie.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I heard it was cool. Tatiana liked it.
It's pretty good.
I like the CGI on Nick Fury. Oh, favorite character of all time in MCU? What Fury.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
Dude,
he's
Samuel
almost all
L.
of 'em, yeah.
Yeah, he's in a bunch of them. He came in, what was it, 2? Iron Man 2? Yeah.
No, Iron Man.
He was in the...
He was all over.
And
it.
end credits of Iron Man 1.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So Iron Man 1. He was, like, right there from the beginning.
Yeah.
Samuel motherfucking Jackson.
Even before he faded away, he was like, "Mother."
Yeah. He was like, mother... And then he just ghosts. But yeah, so... McGavin, what was your favorite scene of Endgame?
Ever seen Endgame? My favorite scene in Endgame was probably when like all the females were just like lined up. Honestly, that was like so
Yeah.
badass.
The what?
All the female like Avengers.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like were like all lined up, but by the fucking solar beam this then into like another fucking universe.
Yeah.
That was badass. I hated the fact that the man just spun his little blade in and nullified all their fucking like hyper beams and shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because that was
Yeah.
so badass how they actually did like a whole thing just for the female cast.
Yeah.
And I loved
Yeah, one more crazy for it.
what's fuck?
The girl? Was the
No,
girl?
no, no, yeah, Tony Stark's wife.
Oh, Pepper.
Pepper. Her fucking
Man,
suit was
dude.
badass, and she was in the front.
When the hell did she get a suit?
that's the thing about it. That's what made it so great because nobody knew because she never liked the suits. So
Yeah.
I literally cried at that part.
Yeah, so
You
like
cried when she
I
got the
cried.
suit?
I cried.
Okay.
That was one of the parts I cried at.
Okay.
I didn't
We'll
cry
get.
anymore,
Yeah.
but-
I cried at like 3 different parts. We'll get into it.
Yeah, it was badass. Like, yeah, when they all did that shit, man, I was like, this is like that's pretty badass. How they actually did all the female like heroes. You know what I mean? Like, it
Yeah.
wasn't just all just male. It was like really, really good.
And that's a man saying that, so that means
Yeah,
something.
I mean, I think that was my favorite part. Is I was like, yo, you know what? They're gonna fuck shit up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then all he had to do was like helicopter spin.
All he did was do the helicopter thing.
Yeah, that's all he did. He didn't fucking take it or nothing. Then it was just like,
Oh, your shit. And don't be my
weak
shit.
shit.
Yeah,
If it
dude.
was Thor, he would have killed me.
Yeah. He would have went for the head. But so yeah, like the scene you're talking about, it's kind of towards the end of the movie. Like this is after like
Everything.
spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Everybody lives. Everybody comes back. But basically at the like what the scene you're talking about, I like the part that I liked about that the best was freaking Spider-Man had the gauntlet, and then what's her name? Captain Marvel jumps
yeah.
down, and she's like, "Hey kid, you got something for me?"
He's like,
Yeah.
"Ah,
She was actually likable. Like that
Yeah,
was
she
like
was
the
like-
most likable thing.
She's like, "Hey kid,
Yeah.
you got something for
And he
me?"
was like super like,
He was like, oh,
hi, I'm Peter.
Yeah.
Like just so like, oh, save me.
yeah.
Oh my god. I don't
Like-
mean, okay, before I don't want to cut anyone else off. I'll bring it back up in a
Yeah.
minute.
Like about Peter Parker.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's about Spider-Man.
Okay.
Where it was,
But,
Yeah.
The part like where he did that was just like really funny, and then the thing that I liked about it was like you see Peter Parker kind of go to stand up and be in the shot with all the ladies, and then he just like rolls back down. He just lays back down. Yeah, like I noticed that in the movie. I was like, oh, that's funny. They're gonna have all the girls, and Peter's gonna be in there too, as saying like he's a girl, like a wimpy kid dude. But then you see him go "Whoop," and then lay back down, and I was like, oh, cool. So it's just a female shot. Sweet.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so late. Like I don't even know. Go ahead. What's your favorite scene?
My favorite scene was obviously when I think it's like two scenes. I can't really say one. Obviously, when they went back in time, and for some reason,
Spoiler.
Bruce getting the time stone from the ancient one, seeing her in the movie, and like he was like, we're Doctor Strange, and she was like, it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah,
like she already knew it.
Yeah, that was
She was
badass,
like, it's like
yeah.
5 years he's doing
5 years too
surgery,
early, yeah.
Yeah.
and then she like knocked the Hulk like.
Yeah, that was
Bruce had a
pretty
Hulk.
dope.
Yeah.
So like just kind of set that up. Like there's a scene like Bruce Banner and the Hulk have like merged into Professor Hulk, which I didn't know he was called Professor Hulk.
Me neither.
I called him Banner Hulk. I was like, yeah, it's Banner Hulk.
Banner Hulk.
Yeah, which I thought was kind of cool sounding.
Yeah.
But then I looked it up and it was like they merge into Professor Hulk. So he's got the might and the brawn and the invincibility of the Hulk, but he's got the brains of Bruce Banner. So he walks around wearing glasses and he's like, yeah, I wear clothes now.
Or t-shirts.
I wear clothes now.
Taking like getting autographs and pictures.
Yeah, he was just like,
Say green.
He's like, yeah, take a picture, say green, and it's like they're like green, and then Ant-Man's just like, hey, you want to take a picture with me? I'm Ant-Man, and they're just like,
Yeah, like who's that?
they're like,
Took a picture with it.
yeah. And then he's like, oh, come on, take it. It's like, take the goddamn phone,
Yeah.
But then the kids run away. But yeah, so the scene that Jarrell's talking about, it's like he basically they go back in time to collect all the Infinity Stones before Thanos gets them,
Yeah.
right? And that's basically the plot of the movie. Like in the first half, they all kind of get together. So yeah, like I'm sorry, like let's kind of plot of the movie a little bit real fast. But so the movie kind of starts off. They try to go find Thanos to get the Infinity Stones to reverse the snap. So basically, they're searching the whole galaxy. 5 years goes by. They're still looking for him. And then there's like huge like activity, like some radioactive thing that they think is the Infinity Stones going off again, like another snap. And it turns out to be that. They go find Thanos. He's there. He's all fucked up on one
Yeah,
side.
he's got the Marvel powers.
Yeah. He's all jacked up on his left side. His arm's all skinny while one arm's
like
buff.
really crippled and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
He's
It's
like
bad.
limping, and it's like really bad. And they go there. What?
Because it's like limping, like imagine like you
Limping.
Thanos like
Yeah, he's like
Yeah,
limping.
man, he was jacked up when I saw him.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He was really jacked up, and they go there, and it turns out that Thanos has destroyed the Infinity Stones by snapping them out of existence. And
Yeah.
he even says it. He goes, "This is my destiny," and he snaps, and he's like, like the power of destroying the stones nearly killed him. So,
yeah.
And then basically Thor
Yeah.
goes for the head and chops his head off. Which I'm going to tell you right now, Thor was looking mighty badass at the beginning of this movie.
Oh yeah, he was.
With just the
the
short hair with the thing.
Yeah, he was
extra
pissed
off
though, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they was talking and he was just like, he was saying something.
He was like eating cereal or something. He was just minding his own business.
Yeah, he's just...
Everyone's coming around the plane. He's just sitting in the corner. He's like mad as fuck. Like, he's just
yeah,
like, oh,
super mad.
Like, yeah.
And so like 5 years go, like they kill Thanos, and then 5 years goes by. Like, you don't know where Thor is. Captain America's in like group therapy, talking about like, oh my god, my one love, Agent Carter.
I think he's the one like conducting it. Like, how has like the wiping out of the human, like half of the human race. So like, how has it affected people? Yeah. And they're all talking about like, oh, I've met this dude, and then one of the guys is, I met this dude. They went on a date, and I thought that was cool because maybe some people do need that. And like the Earth is not doing so well at all.
No.
Like, not at all. Like cars are still riddled in the streets and stuff.
Man, even though the thing about it is, it's like, oh yeah, half the people on the planet are gone, right? And then it's like everything's kind of shut down, busted up, and all that stuff. And then Tony Stark pulls up in like the newest, most badass Audi, and it's just like, damn, Audi. Well, the manufacturers and the designers at Audi are fucking great.
They only wiped the way forward.
Yeah. It's like, dude, it's like, you got a Ford? Like, oh god. But so Audi in the Infinity War and Endgame universe, Audi is fine and thriving. So
and Iron Man always had an Audi, which is crazy. If you look at all the movies, he always had an Audi.
Yeah.
So Audi trying to sell some cars, y'all. But so it's kind of like talking about how like the world is kind of destroyed and stuff like that. And so basically the whole team is kind of scattered around different places. They go find Hulk, and he's Professor Hulk.
He's Banner Hulk.
Yeah, so he's Banner Hulk. So when they finally get together, and Tony kind of figures out, oh hey, how to go back in time using like the quantum realm.
He uses Ant-Man's thing because Ant-Man popped up.
Yeah, Ant-Man comes out. They kind of meet back up. Ant-Man's like, oh man, it's been 5 years for you guys. It's only been 5 hours for me.
Freaking rat saved him.
Yeah. You know something, like when I saw the trailer, I thought, oh man, he's gonna have like fucking quantum powers. Fucking rat.
No.
Fucking rat saved his ass.
And then he's just regular Ant-Man.
Yeah.
He's just like, all right, cool.
But he did good on.
Yeah. So Ant-Man comes out and basically talks about the quantum realm. They figure out how to go back in time. So what they're going to do is they're going to go back in time to where the stones were in the past, get them together, reverse the snap, and then through that whole experience in the scene that Jarrell's talking about, Bruce Banner or Professor Hulk talks to the ancient one. Okay, from Doctor Strange, like the bald-headed lady.
Yeah.
And
Narnia.
Narnia.
Yeah, the ice queen.
Yeah,
the ice queen.
Yeah,
that was her.
Yeah.
From
Chronicles of Narnia. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
She was the witch?
Yeah, she was the witch.
Not the knockoff one, like Stifler's mom, but the real
one. Stifler's mom?
Remember, you never seen like the other movie, like they played the thing on it?
Oh, what, like Epic Movie?
Yeah, Epic Movie, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
No, I haven't seen that.
Remember it was the white bitch?
The white bitch, oh yeah.
No, I don't remember that scene.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Spoiler alert for Epic Movie.
Spoiler for Chronicles of Narnia.
Yeah, also. But,
we saw...
Dude,
I love that movie.
We were in 6th grade when that came. It was like 2005.
We were reading the book. Oh, shit, the movie's coming out.
Yeah. I think we even watched like the movie in class. But yeah, so... Basically, they're talking, and she does some powers, and he's just like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get the stone from you, lady. And then she just, boom, blows Hulk out of the freaking, like, blows him back, and then Bruce Banner's, like, a ghost now. She practically killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like an astral form.
It was cool, because they, like, first they was talking about it, and how it was going to be, like, 3 stones in New York at the same time. Mm-hmm. And it was just cool, like, the time period that he did. I thought he was going to do something else, honestly.
Yeah. I didn't think so either.
I thought he was going to do something else.
And then it was happening like during the first like Avengers, during the Chitauri invasion. Yeah, that was badass. I was like, wow.
Yeah, cool. That was pretty dope.
So it had like the Tesseract, which is the Space Stone. Then it had Loki's staff, which was the Mind Stone.
Yeah.
And then the Time Stone was obviously with the Ancient One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah, that was pretty badass. And then I like how they actually show what happened after, like you know how once finally like Loki gave up. You know how I just cut to like Loki in chains and like Thor goes and takes the Tesseract to wherever the fuck he take it to. Now it's like, hey, take the elevator. You're at full capacity. No stairs.
Yeah, Hulk.
I love all that. How they did that.
Yeah.
That was badass.
Yeah, I like how they did it too, because it's just like, man, just putting all the makeup together and then making it all make sense and having all the actors there to act out the. Because I guarantee you they didn't film that.
Yeah.
Back when they were shooting
And some
the
people thought that,
2012
but they
movie.
didn't do that.
No,
Yeah, it looked like they were like straight out of the freaking movie.
And what was the best part about that whole like going back and forth was the Easter egg when Captain America went in the elevator.
Yeah.
And he said Hail Hydra.
Yeah.
That was like one of the coolest moments.
That was pretty dope.
Yeah. Okay. And then what I thought was cool is how they brought back that bald dude from like the Winter Soldier. It was during Winter Soldier, and also Crossbones, the guy who crossed them.
That's
whatever.
what he said.
The bald
the bald guy. What is it? He was like a Hydra agent. The one that was with him in the elevator.
Yeah, both of them.
They were both Hydra agents.
Okay.
Yeah, and they brought him back because he was only in one movie for like maybe a couple scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And then.
Okay. I don't remember that bald guy.
Yeah,
So,
he was in Winter Soldier. He was one of the hostages
Mhm.
when that French dude, whatever, took over the ship.
oh, okay. I don't remember that
You
part.
remember that part?
Yeah, I only saw Winter Soldier like twice.
Mhm.
But all right. So basically, Hulk is trying to get the Infinity Stone. So I guess, man, I'm gonna be honest. My favorite scene in the whole movie is when what?
You talking about when Captain America lifting the hammer?
Hell no.
What?
That was not my favorite
Man,
scene.
that was
not my
the
favorite
best
scene in the
That
whole
was
movie.
badass.
That was
That was badass.
We'll talk about it in a second. My favorite scene in the whole movie is when Thor is talking to his mom.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That was like that real. That balled my eyes
You
out.
cried?
Yes,
I heard people.
I was bawling my
Yeah, bro.
eyes out.
I was close. I was close to tearing up, but
For some reason, I did.
I'm gonna say I understand why, but I think
But,
you know.
yeah.
I think you do understand.
Yeah,
why.
I understand
Yeah,
why. Yeah,
like,
I'm pretty sure we both do. We all.
Man, so it was like he was just sitting there and he was like, "Oh, I don't know what you did," right?
Yeah.
And then she walks out and he's like he's stunned
Yeah.
Yeah.
when he sees her, and she's just walking and he's like, and Rocket's like, "Yeah, who's the royal broad or whatever?" Like, who's like
But he was
the
still
fancy?
there for him,
He's like,
yeah.
"Who's the fancy broad?" or whatever he said, something like
he
that.
said something funny.
And then like he's like, "It's my mother. She dies today."
Yeah.
Right?
That's sad. Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my god!" Right? And then she it was
tell him
when-
keep it down on there.
Hey, keep it on. It was when he's like hiding or whatever. He's like trying to hide, and then he's like looking. And then she sneaks around. She's like, "Boom!" And then he's like, "Oh yeah," like trying to cover up. Like we'll talk about that in a second. So like he's like trying to cover up like what he's wearing. He's wearing like a fucking sweatsuit. Like he's not even looking badass. And
He's wearing like joggers or some shit.
yeah, and like a robe.
Yeah.
He's like,
And he hasn't
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like he's showered in like 5 years, literally. And
It was freaking playing Fortnite, bro.
dude,
and like shut a shitty ass TV.
it's like
Shit with all pixels.
It was like a CRT, but like
Killer 69.
but he was like hiding, and then he's like trying to do whatever, and then she's like, "Oh my gosh, son, are you okay?" And then he's like, "Oh yeah, mom, I'm fine, I'm fine." And then she's like, "It's like you're not the Thor I know." Like she knew that he wasn't from that time period. Yeah, he was from a different thing, and he just breaks up, starts crying, and they start kind of like share that moment or whatever where he's just confiding in her and he's feeling like that little kid. You know, it's like the reason why that scene kind of hit me so hard is because like my mom passed away like 3 years ago. So the reason why I resonated with that is because, man, I would love to have that day that he had where we could go back and just talk to his mom real quick. And yeah, I was literally like sobbing, like fucking couldn't even keep it together. And literally everybody around me is just like, and me, I'm like,
that probably would have been me.
like,
if I was near you, I probably would have started crying with you.
Yeah. I teared up, dude. So I would have probably.
I teared up too. It was really emotional. Like,
I was bawling my eyes out. But the coolest part about that scene is when he like goes to give his mom a hug, and he's like, "Mom, I love you," and she's like, "I love you too," or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Rocket comes in, he's like, "Hey Thor, we can go. I got the thing," you know. And they're basically were going back to get the what was it?
Reality.
The reality. No, yeah, the reality.
From his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
the
in-
Seether.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the ether. So
Ether.
from Thor: The Dark World, they go back to that period where Jane, Natalie Portman, is in where she's in Thor, like Asgard and stuff like that. So they go back and he extracts the.
I know, I love Padme.
What?
Yes.
I love Padme. I love Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium. But
Just name all her movies.
yeah, I love the Black Swan. But
I've seen that one.
Yeah, I haven't either. But she's just in it.
Oh my God.
But
So your knowledge of movies is amazing. Like,
yeah, I'm like,
have you seen it? I just know she's in it.
yeah, I just know she's in it. It's about ballet. I heard it was pretty good. I love V for Vendetta. She's in that movie.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah.
I heard it was great, but anyways.
I love
Yeah,
Friends with Benefits.
I love Natalie Portman.
Yeah, Natalie Portman, right? But yeah, so in that scene, he comes in, he's like, "Hey, Thor, we can go. I got the thing, right?" And then he's like, "Wait!" And then he just, and then
What's he doing?
Mjolnir.
He's like, "What's he doing?"
He's like, "What's he doing?" Oh, sorry, it just takes a second sometimes. And then he gets Thor's hammer back.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm still worthy.
He's like, "Yes, I'm still worthy." And the reason why he doesn't feel worthy, Jarrell, tell me.
I don't know what the
Like, all right, Thor in this movie.
Dude's good, man. It's like
This
he been
dude-
drinking beer.
That's what you
Playing
can do 5 years
Fortnite.
straight.
5 years straight. So
Yeah.
we meet up with Thor.
In New Asgard.
After this,
Yeah.
5 years. Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce and so like at the beginning of the movie, we said he's like all badass looking. He's got the short beard. He's got the short hair. He's like buff as hell looking, and he's like a badass. He's actually the one that kills Thanos,
Yeah.
right? And then they go back to New Asgard because he's like all upset. He's like, I failed. Like I should have killed Thanos in the first place,
Yeah.
and none of this would have happened. Like he feels like it's all his fault.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes back and he's just drinking heavily, and he's got this big ass beer gut. His hair's all down. It's all matted and fucked up.
Yeah.
Like his beard's down to here, and it doesn't look cool. It's not like the
Yeah.
fucking Thor Dark World beard where it was long and his hair was long, and he was like washing his toothbrush or whatever, like at the barrel with no shirt on. He was fat as hell. Like,
Yeah, dude.
he still had abs, but they were like a gut.
His
abs.
arms are swole too.
His
Yeah,
arms
his
were still
arms-
slow, but it was just like
Yeah, his arms
his
were
gut
so-
was
yeah.
out. Like it was funny. Like when I saw it, I was dying.
Yeah.
Everybody
I was so
was
mad. because
Everybody
that's
was
like-
dying.
I was so mad. It's like why Thor?
Yeah,
That's my
he just let himself go.
Yeah.
And so he was just feeling like a total failure, and that's why in the moment when he got the hammer back, he was like, "Oh shit,
Yeah.
I am still worthy." But yeah, Jarrell, like you mentioned it, the most badass scene in the whole movie is when Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America are basically. So everything kind of gets fucked up. They all get the stones. I mean, we actually, you know what? Let's say that scene real fast. Let's talk about how they each got the stones. Where they had to go to get each stone.
Well, we talked about the
Talk about the time stone.
Yeah, so
the time
Hulk
stone.
in Jarrell's scene, he goes back to get the time stone, and which is really cool how he gets it because
Yeah.
like in that scene, she's talking and she's like, "Oh, I'm not giving you the stone. I mean,
Yeah.
Doctor Strange is sworn to protect it. He's not giving it up either." And then he's like, "Then well, why the hell did he just give it to
Give it
Thanos
away,
willingly?
yeah.
Willingly?" And then she's like, "What? He did?" And then she goes, "Well, Doctor Strange is supposed to be the best one of us all,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so he must have done it for a reason." So she goes, "Here you go." She puts them back
Yeah.
together and she's like, "Yeah, here you go."
Yeah.
And she goes, basically, if you take the stones from different periods, you have to make sure you put it back exactly where you got it from in
Yeah.
that time period, or it's gonna completely screw up the whole timeline,
Mhm.
right?
But
So-
it's still weird though that something did get screwed up.
What?
And I was remember when Loki had the Tesseract.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So
Like,
is he still alive?
See,
I would say no.
no, because I was gonna agree with him because like you know how they said like,
Okay, so I'm sorry. In that scene, basically, the Tesseract at the end of Avengers 1, where they're up in the thing, up in the top, they're kind of doing that first pose, like, over Loki, and he's like, "Can I have the drink now?" Right? I'm sorry. So basically, they kind of arrest Loki, and it's like the end of the movie, and Thor has the Tesseract. So what they do is they go back, they're trying to steal the Tesseract to get the stone from it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Basically, when McGavin was like, "No stairs," like Hulk was all pissed off. He comes down, blows Tony out of the way.
Yeah.
Like he blows future Tony out of the way. They drop the Tesseract. Loki picks it up and he goes, and he disappears in the past.
Yeah, in the past.
Mhm.
So it's just like
That's what I'm saying. So like, what happened?
yeah. The reason why I was gonna agree with James is because they say that no matter the outcome, the past doesn't change the future anymore.
Yeah.
Like how it does like in movies, like you know how
Like
we all
Back
know.
to the Future.
Yeah, like how we all know. And yeah, so I'm guessing he's still dead.
The reason why I would say that is because Nebula, future Nebula kills past Nebula, and then future Nebula's fine.
Yeah.
She basically shoots her in the chest. And
Yeah.
it's like,
then her heart, where her heart should be, I guess.
yeah, and basically like her circuitry just blew out. So she basically killed herself, her younger self, or
but
her past
but
self.
she's still there.
But her future self is still fine.
Yeah.
Basically saying like, no matter what you do in the past, the outcome is still going to be the same.
So isn't it still weird? But like you said, the future self killed the past self. What
No,
about the
but-
past self, like escaping? You know what I'm saying? He still escaped. He took the space though.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, it doesn't matter. Even though he took it, it's like, it's still going to get...
But I just feel like, why would they put it in a movie if it didn't mean nothing?
That's how I
That's what I'm
felt.
thinking,
That's
yeah.
how I felt, and that's why when Nebula shoots her younger self, that's why I'm just like, okay, if they're
I was
gonna...
expecting her to fade away, honestly.
Hey,
Yeah.
same thing with
And I was like-
Gamora. If you think about it, the old Gamora.
Yeah, but the thing, she died because of the stone.
It's based on, so she's not coming back.
And-
As far as we know.
And that's
But the young Gamora though.
that's her... But
Because
they're-
no one knows exactly.
but
No
the
one
thing
knows where
is-
she went. I don't know.
Yeah, remember on the ship at the end of the movie, it said searching for Gamora.
Why did it say that?
It said
Oh, so
searching.
when Thor joined the Guardians, or he got on a ship.
The Asgardians of the
Yeah.
Galaxy.
Yeah, and Quill was looking at a screen and said Gamora. It showed a picture of Gamora and it said searching.
Yeah.
And then and then Thor walks up and he like swipes it away. And then
Oh,
Thor
yeah.
starts swiping it back. He's like, "Hey, who told you could touch the
Oh,
whatever?"
yeah. Dude, I loved Thor in that scene. Like, I love their communication.
Yeah.
Like, especially in Infinity War. Where he's
Infinity
like,
War and in that were just hilarious.
he's like, it's like, no, you're a dude. This is a man.
"This is
Yeah,
a
Drax,
strong, handsome man."
Yeah. And then in that movie, he's just like, he's like, oh, yes, we all know who the captain is. And then he's like, it's me, right? Like, he had to ask.
He's like,
And then he's like,
"Oh, we should fight for it." Yes, you should all fight.
With
And he's like,
knives.
"No, we're not gonna fight. We already know who's gonna win."
we already know who the real captain is. And then, like, Thor's just like, of course. Like, he's just being like a total asshole. I love it.
Thor is the shit.
Yeah, and Chris Hemsworth did the best job Thor could do. I think I have Thor and the Dark World over there.
Yeah,
Honestly, it's too big old Star Wars.
Okay.
You're doing great.
But yeah,
Oh, and also like when you were saying the Captain America and you say for that scene.
yeah, we're gonna talk about the other stones.
You know, I thought honestly, I'm gonna say I thought your favorite scene was gonna be when like Captain America was by himself and like all the fucking Chitauri army or like that.
Yeah, that's
Man,
That was a badass scene.
in
too.
that scene,
It was a great like a good like screenshot for like a background. I was like, wow, like, this dude is literally by himself against
Yeah,
the whole
putting the
army.
strap
Like,
on.
yeah, he just timed it up like, oh yeah, I'm about to fuck some.
Like,
Like fuck it, you know,
all
I'm
right.
here. Like I'm about to fuck shit up too. Fuck it.
all right. So that's perfect leading into what I was gonna say because what stone does Captain America go get? He gets the scepter. Which stone is that?
That's
Oh,
the
that's the
Mind
Mind Stone.
The Mind Stone. Okay,
Yeah.
so he goes to get the Mind Stone, and in that one. He basically does like the scene from Civil War where he goes in there and they're kind of transporting the staff and then he fights them and stuff like that, right? Well, in this movie, he goes back in time and he's standing there and he's just like, yeah, they told me to take point on the staff. I'm going to take it by myself or whatever. And you think it's going to, like they're doing the same kind of shots.
Saying about a fight. I was
Like the same
oh,
shots
shoot.
from Winter Soldier. And then he just goes, he told me to take point on this one. Hail Hydra. And then they were like, oh, okay. So he just walks out, like no
like
problem.
nothing happened.
Yeah, and then he's sitting there, and he's got like his headset on, and he's like, "All right, guys, I got the staff, blah blah blah." And then he's like, "Oh shit," or whatever. He's like, "Oh hell."
He actually
or-
cussed.
and, yeah, he said something, and then it turns out it's like the other Captain America from like 2014 or whatever.
No, that was they were during it was during the time of the Avengers. So that was Avengers, the first Avengers, 2012 Captain America.
Oh, okay, so that was 2012 Captain America.
Yeah.
And so he's basically fighting himself, and there's like a fight scene, and then he like young Captain America knocks down.
Yeah, he was kicking. Young
Yeah.
Captain America was winning.
Well, he was like he's more vital, like he's
Yeah,
younger.
he's way more.
I thought he would like know more stuff and more advanced.
Yeah, I
but,
thought so too.
Yeah,
But
I would think that too.
but
But
We get-
basically, like the younger one, he like beats him up and he like slams him on the ground, and then he's like, "I can do this all day," you know, like Captain America's
he's like,
catchphrase.
Yeah.
And old Captain America's like, he's like, "Yeah, all right, yeah, okay, yeah, I get it," you know, kind of cut him off. And then I thought it was gonna be badass in the scene that you were talking about, where he's by himself and the whole like literally everything
Yeah.
from the Avengers 1, 2, 3, basically, young Thanos from 2012, like the whole timeline gets fucked up, so he comes to the future with literally everything that he had from all the movies, and just Captain America standing right there. I thought he was gonna like tighten the straps and be like, "I can do this all day."
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
I was expecting that, but
I
he
thought he
didn't do
was
it.
gonna
And then obviously all the rings
Yeah.
start going out.
I thought he was gonna say. I was like, man, that's what I would have put right there. I would have been like, "I can do this all day."
That would have been yeah. But it was still bad. Like the whole scene, that whole
Yeah,
scene.
the whole
bro.
scene was just like super
Oh
like
my
dramatic.
God,
It was
bro.
like, wow, dude, like this man is about to take on this whole fucking army.
And Tatiana's thought on that was like, no, why would he say that? Because when he was younger, he didn't know anything. He didn't see anything.
Yeah.
Like, he was just fresh to the future. So he was like, oh yeah, I can do this all day. I can fight anybody all day. But then now he's like much wiser. He's seen some shit. It's like there's no way, right?
Like, I can't do this.
Like, so he was just kind of like, he was like, fuck.
I don't want to drop my shield. He just tightens the strap.
Well, here we go. No, that shit was busted at that time, wasn't it?
No.
It wasn't busted.
Yeah. It was because it was when they were the three of them.
That was after he
did the thing. Yeah. So the other stones. Okay, so yeah, because the Tesseract scene got totally jacked up, and basically because Hank Pym is gone, Ant-Man says, "Oh, we only have enough Pym particles to bounce to the past one time and back to the future, or we're screwed." Right.
Mm-hmm.
So because the scene with Tony got screwed up, where Tony Stark and Ant-Man were going back to get the Tesseract, it got jacked up. So they had to go back to another time period, which is like 1972?
No.
Something like that.
What was it?
Yeah, it was something like 72.
It had to be, because I was,
when Iron Man was born or whatever. But
it was just about. He was just about.
He was about to be born. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically they go back in time again, and Hank Pym is working at Shield, and so is Tony's dad.
Yeah.
Like Howard. Mm-hmm. And so basically Tony goes to get the Tesseract, and he basically like that one is not even really that big a deal as far as action or anything. So he just puts the Tesseract in his briefcase and walks out with it. Mm-hmm. But the whole scene with him talking to his dad,
that was nice.
Yeah. I cried at that scene too.
Yeah, it was good too. It was a good scene too.
Because it made me think about when Tony was like, I think he was saying it to Nick Fury or something like that. He was like, "Yeah, my dad never hugged me. He never told me he even loved me. He sent me to boarding school and just got me, like, rushed me out, right?" And then in that scene, he's talking to his dad. They're talking about how Tony has a daughter now in Endgame, and how Howard is like all nervous, like he's like, I don't know what to do. Mm-hmm. And he goes, "Man, the kid's not even here yet, and I know I'd do anything for him." Yeah. And I was just like, I feel that way about my daughter.
Yeah. And he saw himself and his dad, because you know, the same thing with his girl,
relationship. Yeah.
And he also said that Howard also was like, "Yeah, I hope it's a girl. That way, there's less of a chance that he grows up like me."
Yeah.
And then so it was like all these little key little things that are like issues that Tony was having with his past and his dad, and made him who he was, and all these like personal issues. They were all getting like resolved in that one conversation, and it was just a cool little scene.
And one of the coolest parts about the scene was the end of the scene when his driver was called Jarvis.
That's because that is Jarvis.
But that's cool. That's cool.
Because in the comic books, Jarvis is a person.
Yeah,
he's not
it's his butler.
Just a rather intelligent assistant.
But it's just cool that he calls him, the same thing.
Yeah, still named Jarvis.
Yeah. But and then the what are the other stones? Well, the Soul Stone.
Soul Stone, yeah.
Basically,
Hawkeye and Black Widow.
Yeah, they fight each other to commit suicide to get the stone. You know how Thanos had to throw Gamora over the edge and sacrifice something they love?
Yeah.
Which to me personally, I don't feel like that should count.
But the thing is, with that, what the freak does the Soul Stone do by itself? That's what I want to know.
What do you mean?
Because remember how the Power Stone, you can hit somebody, Time Stone, go back and pass.
Yeah, your
reality.
power gets whatever.
What the freak does the Soul Stone do by itself? Without...
Yeah, they never show like the truth. They never show what the power of the Soul Stone
That's what I'm saying. It's like you just dying for what?
Man, that's pretty interesting.
Because I didn't think about it just now, honestly. Because like the Mind Stone takes over people. We seen that. The Tesseract teleport you somewhere. The Reality Stone can all that stuff. And the Soul Stone is literally like oh hey,
because in the game Marvel's Capcom, you bring people back alive.
Yeah, I use that shit.
Huh? That's interesting.
I got rid of that game.
You did?
Yeah, pretty
it's fun.
Okay, I forget that game.
Okay, then. But yeah, like I never.
Ghost Rider's the best.
Ghost Rider sucks. I never.
He's not in the movie.
Hey, he's a TV show.
He's not in the MCU. He's not in the MCU.
Not yet, anyway.
Well, but like I guess that's Soul Stone. That's interesting.
Just
so
like what you do.
You made a good point because I didn't think about that.
I never thought about that either. So what do you? I guess it just brings people back to life. So maybe if they figure out how to use the Soul Stone, maybe it's like, because technically, if young Gamora lives in the future now, it's like.
So I guess you kill somebody that you love to get somebody else.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
It's weird. Like when you add time travel into stuff, it's just odd. Yeah. But yeah, with the Soul Stone, Hawkeye and
But
Black Widow fight, and ultimately Black Widow ends up sacrificing herself, and Hawkeye wakes up with the Soul Stone.
Yeah.
And that's a very powerful scene because they're kind of talking like, "Oh my gosh, this is crazy."
And they used to be lovers and stuff, you know, at one point.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but
Yeah, they used to be lovers, and then of course Hawkeye has a family. Black Widow don't, and she always feel guilty about the people she killed in the past. She can't have no kids because during the training they took her stuff out.
Yeah.
So it was just like she felt like that was her chance of doing something before she died.
Yeah, like her last hurrah.
Yeah.
Which is pretty powerful too.
Yeah, it was.
So the Time Stone, the Tesseract, the Mind Stone, the Soul Stone. What are the other ones? The Reality Stone? Oh yeah, so basically Nebula and War Machine, Don Cheadle, go and back to the they go get the Power Stone from the beginning of Guardians 1 where Star-Lord comes in and he's like dancing or whatever.
Yeah, he's got the whole song playing and like they cut to a scene where like there's no music playing, it's just him like singing. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's like awful, and they're just kind of listening like, wow, he's an idiot. And then like, so basically he just walks up, they just punch him, and he gets knocked out, and then they walk in and just get the Power Stone, and it's just like, okay. And then what's the other one? That's 5.
We already said Soul Stones,
Soul,
the Mind Stones, and Staff,
Time, Soul, Power, and then Reality. I forgot where they got that from.
The Reality Stone.
Reality was what was mine.
No, the Reality Stone was Rocket. He got the Ether.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. There you go. So that's how they got all the stones, and basically they come back to the present.
Yeah.
And Tony Stark makes a gauntlet that is really small. It's like for a human-sized hand, and they put all the stones on it. They get it, they refine the stones because now they're square. Okay. But like they get the gauntlet ready, and they're trying to figure out who's gonna snap. And then Thor was like, "Oh, I'm the strongest Avenger. I'm gonna do it." He's like all fucked up.
Thor
like,
in this movie.
You're gonna love Thor in this movie. He's so funny.
He's great.
But like he's like all jacked up. He's like, "Oh, I'm the strongest Avenger, so I'm gonna do it, right?" And they're like, "No." And then Bruce Banner's like, "I'm all radiation, so let me do it."
Yeah, and most of it's like gamma radiation, so he can probably take it.
Yeah, so he was able to take it. So basically, he puts it on, and it's like a pretty badass scene. Because like Thanos' gauntlet is for the left hand, and then the one they made is for the right hand. So he's got the gauntlet on, and it's like you could see like the different colors of the stone pulsing through his body, and then he snaps, and then they're like, "What happened? Like, did he do anything?"
When he snapped, I think at the same time Thanos was coming through the little portal thing.
Yeah.
For the time travel, and so he stayed in the present while he was bringing the people back.
Who was it? Oh yeah, it was young Nebula. She's the one who came through.
Yeah.
And fucked shit up.
Yep.
Yeah. For some reason they had Nebula and Future Nebula in the same time, and then
their minds were
connected
through their like their technology. I don't know what they're like, their circuitry. I guess you could say.
I guess it's like
because it projected like a certain memories, and then like Thanos caught onto that Nebula, to the Future Nebula, our Nebula, and like beamed her up or whatever and started fucking them up.
Yeah, so they made past Nebula look like Future Nebula, and then sent her back, and she was just like, or sent her back to our present, and was just kind of like, "Oh yeah, we're all here, cool. Where's Natasha?" It's like, "Oh well, she died."
Yeah, she's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing about that, by the way, missed the whole thing. Tony Stark has a daughter.
Yeah.
And the thing, when I first saw her, I was like, "Oh my gosh, Disney, don't do this." I thought she was gonna be the person for the Soul Stone. I guarantee you.
The what?
The Soul Stone. I thought, like, right when I seen Tony Stark have a daughter,
I thought that it was gonna be Tony, and he had to throw his daughter in there.
Oh, I never thought that.
I thought
like
that.
I didn't. The only reason I didn't think that, I was like, oh, because even at the beginning, like when they first go see Tony and he's happy again, like he's home, Pepper's alive, they got a daughter. Yeah. I was like, oh, Tony don't give a fuck. He's got his family right there.
And he didn't. He really, I mean, you know what I'm saying? He didn't, but I'm saying like, he just like, okay, yeah, I'm done. This is my life now. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he was literally like,
I have a daughter. Like,
he's like, oh yeah, like whatever we had before, it's nothing now. Like I don't care about it. Like I got my daughters.
I was so scared. I was like, oh my gosh, they really probably gonna do this.
Nah,
that would have been crazy. People would have been bawling.
As a dad, I knew they weren't gonna do that.
I was saying, I saw that. I was like,
did some stuff like that before. You know, with Bambi and all the other movies, Mufasa and all that stuff. They could have probably did that.
But that's like the kids losing the parents, not Tony Stark throwing his daughter off the cliff. She's gonna be like, Dad, cheeseburger!
Baby, I love you 3000. Baby,
That would have been horrible, man. But
I love you 3000. She loves me 3000.
You're like in a 600.
Yeah, you're like in a 600.
That's all why that'd be me.
Oh my god! Like, what did he say? He was like, "Go to sleep, or I'm gonna like burn all your stuff," or whatever. Like, he just said some crazy shit.
Oh,
I love Tony Stark as a dad.
Yeah.
When she was cussing, what she say? When
Oh,
she,
Marie?
No,
She said no. Shit. He was like,
He's like shit. He's like shit. He's like, don't tell your mom that.
That's a bad word that only mom can use, or something like that. And then she's like, "Do you want ice cream?" And he's like, "Extortion. That's a new word." You know, like remember that one.
man,
But yeah, like I was kind of fuck, Dad, stop laughing. My daughter came in and told me that today. She's 3.
I love her so much. I love her so much.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
She's
But so man, so Thanos comes to the present with everything, and it kind of gets into the scene we were talking about, where Captain America's standing there by himself, right? So the entire shield gets completely obliterated because of the fact that Thanos shows up, destroys everything, and then what happens? Tony, Thor,
Thor, and Iron Man.
Tony, Thor, and Iron Man go outside, and they're basically Thanos sits down, and they're like, what's he doing? And they're like, he's just like, I'm gonna wait, right?
So the stones to come to me.
Yeah, he basically sent Nebula to go get the gauntlet that they created, and he's like, I'm just gonna wait because my future is inevitable. You know, I am an inevitability, or I am inevitable, whatever. And basically, so Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America are fighting Thanos. And it was a badass scene. All 3 of them around him.
that was cool.
I thought it was badass
how
when
fucking badass
when he
is this
summoned like I think Stormbreaker. I don't know who he used, like Stormbreaker or Mjolnir, where like he got his armor back, and like his spear was like all Nordic braided and stuff like that, like Vikings.
Oh yeah, that was
badass. I was like, yo,
He used both of them.
Yeah, he was fighting with both.
He had Stormbreaker
and Mjolnir. I was like
he literally used like one of them to hit the other one. Like
Yeah, he like threw Mjolnir and then whacked it with Stormbreaker, and it was like, boom, you know. And there was a scene. It was like Tony got like flung away, and he was about to like come down hard on like Thanos was about to come down hard on Thor, and then out of nowhere Mjolnir comes out and blashes Thanos, and then like you turn around and it just vroom, right back to Captain America, and Cap's holding the fucking Thor's hammer.
That was freaking awesome.
And then the scene where he's just like, boom, boom, boom.
No,
boom.
see, the reason why I say his shield wasn't destroyed yet because he threw his shield and then he used Mjolnir to bounce off and make like a sound wave, like a shock wave.
Like behind him.
Yeah,
and then
like they did
the
in
shield came back.
Avengers, the first one.
Yeah.
And I thought that was badass that they did that. It's like, wow,
that's true.
That was pretty.
That's another reason why Age of Ultron was nice, because they hinted that because you can't be half worthy.
Oh yeah.
You can't be half worthy.
Yeah.
So that's why everybody was saying. They were like Captain America. He acted like he couldn't pick it up. Right when it moved a little bit, they said he stopped trying. Because that's why Thor said, "I knew it when he picked it up."
Because you can't be like
you can't be half worthy.
So if he was able to move it, it's like
he was already able to pick it up, but he just kind of stopped.
He just like
And
even the way he was acting, he's kind of like.
And then he was like, "You're not worthy." And then Captain America was like, "Yeah, okay." So so
like,
that was cool.
Fuck Vision. He sucks. No,
I like Vision.
He's not even in Endgame.
But how did he not come back?
Huh?
How did the Vision not come back?
Because he was killed before the snap.
Yeah, it's kind of like Gamora.
But what was the whole thing with Shuri and them working on this freaking Mind Stone?
So
in Infinity War, it's like it's still on his head.
Yeah, they were still on his head. They were trying to disconnect.
And fucking crushes his forehead.
It was like
and rips the stone out, so he's dead.
Yeah, he's like gone. Like
I blame Scarlet Witch for the entire Endgame even happening and the snap even happened.
But
she could have killed him.
She was.
I blame her sisters, Mary Kate.
But she was good. Wanda, Scarlet Witch was funny. They didn't even call her Scarlet Witch in the universe. They just call her Wanda, which is funny. But
they
don't even call her that. But Wanda, she did good in the battle against Thanos.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. Like especially in the what's it?
He was like, I don't even know you.
Because it was the younger one. It was the younger Thanos.
Yeah, I don't even know you.
Why am I fighting on you?
Yeah, like man, that was so.
Like I don't even know.
What's going on? I was here for the stones.
Dude, that shit was so funny. Because she's just like, you've taken everything from me. I don't even know you. Like, he's literally just like...
It was Josh Brolin, right? That man plays an awesome Thanos.
Dude,
I love him.
he fucking fit the perfect perfect mold, man.
For sure.
But yeah, so like... Freaking Cap's fighting Thanos with the Thor's hammer, and it's like one of the dopest scenes in all of the MCU.
That's when the theater went crazy.
Yeah, everybody went hyped in the theater I was in. Everybody was like, "What?" Tatiana.
People stand up. Yeah,
she did that.
Yeah. No, she didn't do that.
I can't do that. Everybody knocked it over.
I was like, oh, shit. Like I wouldn't say I knew it too. Thor.
Molly kept looking at me because I was sitting to her left, like right here.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yes, and Molly was like, looking at me with her goofy 3D glasses. I'm like,
yo,
I'm hyped. Shut up.
Yo,
and everybody in theaters like clapping like super loud. I'm like, let me. I'm just kidding.
Dude, I'm telling you, like the whole theater was like nobody was making a sound in my theater. They were all like, everybody was
Where'd
just.
you go at?
Regal over here, like
I went to win in Morrow. So
they was hype in Morrow. But yeah, so like, man, the thing about it was, man. So like he's standing there. It's a scene where Captain America's by himself after he basically gets beat the fuck up by Thanos, and Cap does not have the beard.
Yeah,
he shaved it at the beginning of the movie.
I thought you should have kept it.
Yeah, I thought it was. I didn't think it looked good.
They should have added to the freaking. You like the beard?
I didn't think it. I've seen Chris Evans have a beard in other movies that looked better than the one that he had in Infinity War. I was like, yeah,
I like the whole like
the beard,
the sleeked hair he had in the back, like the whole sleeked hair.
Yeah,
kind of reminded me of Fury a little bit.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean it was good. I mean,
yeah,
I do like how he I like the short and the no shave beginning.
Yeah, and then so Cap's standing there by himself, like literally super cinematic scene. All of the Chitauri are coming at him, and basically, he's standing there and he's like, I don't know, this is fucking crazy. And then you hear, on your left, and it's Falcon who got snapped away in Infinity War. Yeah. And then like all these like Doctor Strange portals open up. Yeah. Wakanda walks out. Fucking Black Panther walks out.
The whole Wakanda did.
Yeah, literally all of Wakanda walks out.
You know, Shuri looked kind of funny to me in that video. I feel like she was like Shuri. Because she looked like really, really skinny.
Who?
Shuri, Black Panther's sister.
Oh, okay.
She looked kind of weird to me.
Yeah, personally. Yeah, she did. And but yeah, so it was like, okay. But yeah, it was like a really cool scene, and literally every single character in all of these MCU show up except for Vision and Black Widow.
And that's the part where I cried too.
When everybody showed up,
just like the music and the moment, and then seeing like Spider-Man.
It was like literally.
I know he's trying to explain it to everyone. I disappeared. It was like,
yeah, when he gave him a hug, I was crying. Like,
yeah,
I was
like, oh my god,
man. There's like too much to talk about in that scene, honestly.
Yeah, like Black Panther came out, like the theater was nuts, dude. I'm talking about they was.
I was like, yes.
Like
that's when he had his army behind him too. I was like, yes.
That's what I was saying about Infinity War. I was like, oh, okay, everything's going to shit. Wakanda saves the day, and then it's like the end of Endgame. Everything's going to shit. Wakanda comes out, saves the day. He
just walks out like with two girls, like just.
And he just walks out in like a nice suit. He's not even wearing his Black Panther suit.
I thought he was wearing that.
No, because he's standing there, and then he does the little, and then the suit comes on.
Oh, okay.
It was cool.
Yeah, that shit was badass.
Like
it was fucking badass.
All right, so. And then basically, like, the whole thing happens, and it gets to the biggest spoiler of them all. So Thanos gets the gauntlet, and he's like, I am inevitable, which is what he says at the beginning of the movie. He snaps, and it's like, ding! And it's like, what? And he looks at the back of the glove, and they're not there.
Yeah, like some fake glove.
None of those stones were there.
None of the stones were there. Yeah. And he was just fighting...
Because, like, moments before then, Tony started, like, it was like he's trying to grab the gauntlet off. Yeah. But in actuality, he was probably just fucking picking out the stones and stuff like that.
Yeah,
because Captain Marvel, that was that whole Peter thing you were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, took it, and then I guess they acted like that was a real one. And then, remember...
No, that was the real one. He had the real one.
Remember, Captain Marvel, though, remember, like, she tried to hit him, and she, like, just completely, like, no-sold it. Like, what they call it in wrestling terms. No-sold it when you get hit and you don't do nothing. Oh. Remember, she tried to punch him, and then...
Oh, and he headbutted her, and she's like, ting!
Yeah,
like it didn't even affect her.
And then he took out the Power Stone and
I didn't get that. Shit out of it.
Yeah,
he was like, "Oh, it will work." He took it out the Power Stone and just punched her.
That's really funny. I thought that was kind of cool where he took the one stone out.
I thought it was funny when he hit, but she just
yeah. But I
would be like, "Fuck."
Yeah, she probably felt that way. In Infinity War, like kind of what Doctor Strange said. It's just basically like, okay, you have. Oh my God, the battery died.
What's that one recorded?
I don't even know what the last thing we were talking about. Yeah. Whatever. It'll be a weird cut, if anything.
Yeah, whatever.
Captain Marvel, whatever.
Oh yeah, Captain Marvel headbutted Thanos, and he took out the Power Stone and punched her.
Mm-hmm. By the way,
so like, what were you gonna say?
I was about to say, by the way, for the people with Captain Marvel, even though she was talking a whole bunch of trash during interviews, she was only in the beginning of the movie and at the end of the movie.
Yeah, she was barely in the movie.
Barely.
Kind of shit.
Like, yeah. But the scene that is really important right there, right before the big spoiler, is the fact that Doctor Strange in Infinity War, he saw the 14 million possibilities, and there's only one that they succeeded. And earlier in the fight, Tony looks at Doctor Strange, he's like, the one success, the one that we win, is this it? And he goes, if I told you, it won't happen. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. So basically, they're about to fight. It's coming to the end. It's about to be Thanos versus Iron Man. And Doctor Strange looks at Tony, and Tony looks at Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange goes, like, this is that one time, right? And then Tony, whatever that taught him or told him, he basically...
he was like...
he basically went like, okay. So when Thanos goes clink, he looks back, the stones are gone. Tony has them on his glove. Yeah. And he, Tony, Thanos is like, I am inevitable. And he goes, clink. Yeah. And then it goes to Tony, and he goes, I am Iron Man. Clink. Boom. Like, everything. Like, all of the Chitauri are gone. Thanos disappears, just like the little dust cloud that he created in the first one. Mm-hmm. And basically, Tony's sitting there. He's all busted up on the side. Like,
that right there almost
mangled.
had me crying.
That had me crying.
Like, he was like mangled. And
I cried like 4 times in the movie.
What made me like almost tear up too was just like how Pepper was talking to him. You know, it's like, you can rest now. Like, man, that's just
Pepper and Spider-Man was
I was like, man, that shit's hard. Like, and then he was like literally clinging to life. And as soon as he said that, you can. I feel like I think I saw like he's like he took like a last deep breath. Like, yeah, you're right. I can actually just like this is okay. It's okay. It's okay for me. Just
man, you know
that was like super sad. I was like, oh my God, I'm almost crying.
Man, spoilers for Logan, but that's basically how I felt at the end of Logan. When
I was crying my butt off a little bit.
Like when he,
man, I haven't cried in any of these movies,
dude. Like again, spoiler alert for Logan.
I'm sensitive.
When all the feelings. Like Logan dying, he gets killed, and then he's basically laying there. He goes, so this is what it feels like.
Yeah,
because he's like 200, 300 years old. So he's like, everybody knows that Love's died.
Yeah,
and it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes me think about that with Tony, where it's just like Tony's been like, he started the MCU with Iron Man 1, basically propelled it into mainstream.
Oh man,
and
that was great.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole thing, he's been like one of the most important characters, and then he's the one that ends it. Endgame ends with Tony. Yeah. It ends right where it starts.
And then, like you said, in the first movie, he said, I am Iron Man at the end of the movie. And then at the end of him, he said, I am Iron Man.
Yeah, the last thing he says is, I am Iron Man.
Yeah. He didn't even say that. He didn't have the strength to talk anymore.
And I was just sad because, like you said, Pepper and Spider-Man was talking to him, and he was like he was out of it.
Yeah, he was out of it. He was really like just gone at that point.
Yeah, it was too like overtaken by the stones. And basically, the movie ends with Tony's funeral.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think that had me in tears too. Was like, what you want to eat? I like cheeseburgers. I was like,
that was sad, bro.
I was like, so crying.
I was crying.
And it's like, your dad liked cheeseburgers. I'll get you all the cheeseburgers you want. I was like, fuck.
And then the funeral,
that got me crying.
The funeral had like everybody in each section and stuff like
that.
Yeah,
so it's like everybody in the different sections. So it was like panning. It showed like Bruce Banner. Showed like Hawkeye and his family, the Guardians, Black Panther. And the very last dude, like, it shows up, it pans up to the porch. Captain Marvel standing there by herself.
Yeah, by herself.
Yeah, and then it pans over, and Nick Fury walks out, and he just leans on the porch.
By the way, there's one person they missed out, and they didn't tell them. Little cool. They like little clips, like how they did with Fast and the Furious and stuff. If they would have did that, would have been nice. But there was one kid, and that was a kid from Iron Man 3 that was at the funeral.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was at the funeral.
Wasn't he? I thought it was. For some reason, I thought it was a kid that was on a bike. Like, remember when Iron Man first walked in? He's like all these like missing persons, whatever. And there's a kid that was riding his bicycle. He's like, "Hey kid, what happened here?" And the kid's looking at him. I thought that was him, honestly.
No, dude.
No, was that?
When I was sitting there, I know a lot of people felt the same way. But it pans up and it shows the kid, and he kind of just looks up. I was like, "Who the fuck is that guy?"
I was thinking.
I was like, yeah.
But it was cool though because I was like, that had to be him. But it was this real actor. It was the same actor from the thing. He just grown up.
Yeah, I was like,
that's pretty dope.
what the fuck is that?
But the cool thing about it is, remember in Iron Man 3, Tony gave him his first suit, so he could literally be Iron Man. He could be like the next.
Oh
Iron
yeah,
Man.
he left that one beat up
Yeah,
suit.
Mark 43.
Yeah,
So he gets
The one that no, he didn't leave it.
he left it.
yeah, I think he did.
He left it the first suit, and then he left him some technology and stuff.
He did.
I don't remember. I have to look back into it.
So
but I know
he
he left with something.
Oh, Mark 42.
So he could actually be the next Iron Man if you think about it.
It's possible.
Yeah, hey, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, they can do whatever they want. And basically, like, Thor goes on with the Asgardians of the Galaxy. Oh, and then, like, so they had to bring the stones back to regular time. So
yeah.
Captain America, he's like, all right, I'm going to go put the stones back into the timeline and where they need to be. And he's supposed to be, like, they were like, all right, cool. It's gonna be however long it takes for him, and it's gonna be 5 seconds for us. So it's like they send him, and it's like they count to 5. He goes, oh, he missed his mark, so he doesn't come back.
Yeah.
And then Bucky looks over to the left, and you see this old man, and you're like, who the fuck is that? And they go sit over there. They walk over there, him and Falcon, and it's Captain America, who's like 110.
Yeah, 100.
You know, and he basically stayed in the past and lived a full, wonderful life.
He's
got a wedding ring.
Yeah.
He lived a full, wonderful life with Peggy Carter. So
Yeah.
I was like, you got the girl, man. What?
He said you might need this.
Yeah.
And he opens up his bag.
He brought him back the shield from the past.
Yeah, I brought him the shield. I was like, wow, that's
And the thing is,
awesome.
like you said, he gave it to Falcon and not Bucky. And that was another thing that people said in the comics. He gave it to Bucky first, and Falcon was supposed to be second.
I think they wanted to give it to Falcon because Bucky's got that badass
Yeah.
Winter Soldier on. He's
Yeah.
the White Wolf anyway. He's already in
White
Wakanda.
Wolf,
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be Captain America. He's the White Wolf.
Yeah.
But I just thought that was cool, like, you know, because Falcon really been there through the whole thing. If you think
Yeah.
about it.
All the way since
Winter Soldier.
yeah, they were buds before Bucky came back. Before you even knew Bucky was still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so what's I mean, when we're talking about the movie, obviously it's a badass movie. It's like a really, really amazing film.
Yeah, for sure.
And what's the number one complaint that you have about the movie? Like your least favorite part?
My least favorite part of the movie?
I gotta think about it. You're going first.
I don't know, man. I really don't have any complaints.
Okay, well,
besides like your typical like, oh man, 3 hours long, couldn't take a piss. Oh, like
No,
with the
no.
movie itself, I didn't have any complaints on it, honestly.
well,
But
okay.
as far as I could tell, I mean, again, I only watched it one time last week, maybe. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. So it's like, it's been a minute. It's been a minute now.
my
I've been
biggest
telling Monica I want to watch it again too. Like,
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
My biggest complaint about the whole movie is I felt like, honestly, it's funny. Everybody's complaining that, oh man, 3 hours I couldn't piss. Me, I was like, I felt like they rushed it.
Yeah.
I felt like it should have had like almost another hour.
Yeah, I feel like
Because,
you
like,
movies.
Because like there was almost like I felt like it was focusing too much on like Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Bruce. It was just like
They didn't give them any.
like everybody, all the other characters like Peter Quill, like Drax. I don't even think had a line in the movie.
Oh no,
like,
it's because they came back. Like they didn't really.
That's what I'm saying. Like they were not even in the movie until like the very end. And it's like even all those characters. It's like Peter Quill had one scene where he was just like boom, 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 and he was getting like jacked up, and then Gamora kills the thing, and then they're like, what? Oh my gosh, Gamora! I thought I whatever. And then
he's
like
the one.
yeah, and then she knees him in the balls. And he's like, oh, like last time you didn't get any, and this time you got both of them, you know, whatever he says.
Yeah.
And like, I was just like, okay, there's that guy's one scene, and then, freaking, like Black Panther had one scene where like he gets the gauntlet, he runs, and they're shooting him with all the bullets, and then he jumps in power surges and blows people away, and it's like, okay, you got your one scene,
I think
guess
the
it
your
was
one
a-
cool thing.
Yeah, I think-
he did like your one cool
And then
thing.
my favorite
the whole
part,
movie.
since we're on it, I mean to interrupt you. I'm trying to say this. My favorite part was like Peter, instant kill mode. Yo,
Yeah,
that shit-
oh, and then there's like-
I was like, yo, I was so hyped when
Yeah.
he did this shit.
Yeah.
I wish his eyes went like super tiny, like they did in the in Homecoming, instead of like just the red lens.
Yeah.
Because if they went to like the tiny lens, yo, that shit was like super
would've been
badass.
cool.
That would have been
Cool.
cooler, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But then when he was just sitting there like holding it, he's like, I got this, guys. I don't got this, and they're all sworn.
Yeah.
Yo,
But,
no,
like-
that shit was so badass.
Yeah.
I thought that was
Yeah.
like that's also another one of my favorite scenes when he just like literally gets the gun. I got it. It's the kill mode. Like, just,
Yeah.
He just lets the suit do
Hey,
everything.
what's up, man? My name's cool.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
I hate the little worm just sitting there fucking just chowing down on fucking pizza like any shit.
Yeah, it was cool, man.
But yeah, it's like my whole thing was like the thing that I didn't like about the movie. I felt like each character didn't get like enough time on screen. I felt like it was kind of heavy on some characters and real weak on the others. Where I felt like Infinity War was super well paced out, and every character it felt like they were there for a reason and they had like an important part.
Yeah.
You know, it seemed
somebody
to me that's why I feel like Infinity War is slightly better than Endgame.
Somebody said that Infinity War focuses a lot more on like Thanos, because like Thanos had like the most screen time out of everybody in Infinity War, and I mean they did it for a good reason too, because obviously he's the main, like he's been literally driving this shit since the first Avengers.
Yeah,
like he's literally been
since before then.
Yeah, he's the bad guy. Like he is the main like dude. Like he is literally an
Even though it should
force.
be somebody else.
Who?
It should be Doctor Doom.
What
Honestly,
the fuck?
It should be.
Is Doctor Doom even that big of a deal?
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
he's
like
big. He's supposed to be the
did
main
I tell
guy.
you guys? He's like my favorite. He's definitely he's
supposed-
like my favorite.
Dr. Doom
Like,
was supposed to be the
Marvel
main
villain,
guy.
honestly.
He's got the best
And then
name.
go like this.
Doctor Doom.
Victor Von Doom.
That's his actual name.
Yeah.
That's badass.
It's like, hi, my name is Victor Von Doom. And it's just like, okay.
But yeah.
Are you going to murder me
It's like,
right
hey,
now?
man.
But picking up what he said, the movie they only did it like that because they know it was for Tony and it was for Captain America.
Yeah.
So they were trying to give them like the main.
Their
thing.
the last little farewell before
But
they
also
finish
in this
off.
movie, they gave Hawkeye a lot of screen time too.
Yeah.
Hawkeye.
And he's
He
not even
started
in
on-
Infinity War. That's what
Yeah.
I liked. I liked
Yeah.
the Hawkeye time that they had.
Yeah.
And he was Ronin, yeah, that's one thing. He was supposed to be a badass. You know, he went to Japan. You know, had the mask.
Yeah,
on. I wish they had more of that. Honestly,
Mm.
so that's probably my only thing is my least favorite thing. Hawkeye as Ronin. If y'all read up on Ronin, if they had more action with him, that would have been cool for me.
They're actually making a TV show for him.
Really?
Ronan?
Mhm, yeah.
They better have Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, no, it is. It's gonna be the same actor. Jeremy Renner's gonna be like I guess Hawkeye in his own little show on the Disney whatever.
Oh, man, I ain't buying that. Sorry.
So it's another streaming service.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it either.
Yeah, it's just
But-
kind of like, that just basically means like, oh, you like all your Disney movies on Netflix? Gone.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I think Netflix is great. Like when it comes to like streaming like some of these movies.
Yeah,
Well, Disney bought Fox, so shouldn't they like put it on Hulu or something?
I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my main thing. Like, I know how cool Ronan is, and that would have been nice if they actually showed more scenes with him.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was my least favorite thing. I don't really know too much. I love the fact that it was 3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
And some people talking about, oh, it had this long, it was this. They don't understand that the movie had storytelling. The whole movie came from
That,
action
and
for 3
I don't
hours.
think I think that's more for like I mean I'm gonna consider myself like a casual like watcher of movies too, but it's like I don't think they've seen all of them because
Yeah.
even though like a true fan like has literally seen every like Marvel movie
Yeah.
and knows the consequences like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna sit here for 3 hours, like I know what I'm gonna get myself into.
And most of them are 2.5 hours anyway.
Yeah, like most of the movies have been like at least the
Captain
past
Marvel was
ones
2.5
have,
hours.
yeah, they've been
Like,
like 2
most,
hours.
most of them are 2 hours, and then like
2 hours.
Avengers is like 2.5.
The first one, yeah.
And then Age of Ultron's I think like 2 hours and 20.
Yeah, like they're close to. I mean, yeah, not close to 3 hours, but I'm saying they're lengthy movies.
Yeah, it's not like Lord of the Rings, but I mean, They're long
I think
movies.
they're longer than Lord of the Rings.
no, 3 hours is longer than longer than Lord of the Rings. All the Lord of the Rings movies are like 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're ridiculous.
I guess
I
I
don't know exactly, but
Yeah,
like they're all fucking long.
I love them. That's what I'm saying. I get so immersed in it. Like you said, like I feels like, bro, it's done. Like I'm done watching this
Yeah.
movie. Like
It's
I
like
want
over
more.
already.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
want more. Yeah.
Like that's how it was with like Infinity War, man. Like that was like a big gap
yeah.
for me. It was really bad because like I watched it, and I was trying to keep myself occupied in Korea. And I went to watch it with I think I watched it by myself. That's how like bad it was.
Yeah.
I watched it by myself, and I was like, wow, now I gotta wait until like I gotta watch this other movie. It was like a kind of like a downhill thing. Like, man, now I got nothing else to watch. I watched Black Panther because February before I left. I watched it again when I was there, and then I watched Infinity War. It's like, oh man, are you excited for Infinity War? It's like, yeah, but it's next year. It's like last next year.
Man.
Yeah, it was really bad, man. It was a big gap.
But I'm telling you, it was cool. I told you, my girl didn't see none of the movies until, I was with her. And, like, the fact that she cried during this movie, it meant a lot to me because this is my...
You were like, I did that.
I know, I was like,
It's
yeah,
funny. She
that
said,
was-
yeah,
that
like
was
she
awesome.
never watched any of the other ones either.
Yeah.
So for her to get emotionally invested in this movie,
I was
that's a
happy.
big. Yeah, that's great.
I was
That's
like,
awesome.
oh my gosh, she's crying. And she's like, oh, I love Iron Man, Captain America. It was like, oh, shoot, like, yeah.
Like, you created a fan.
Yeah.
That's great.
And like everybody, she was like, I never seen grown man cry before in the movie theater. Like I'm talking, I was crying, man. I was
Dude,
I was balling.
Literally, like.
I was like this. I was like.
I was trying.
No,
not
I was
to.
literally like couldn't even breathe. You know, like, and Tatiana was like, "Babe, it's okay. I know why you're crying. Just watch the movie." And I'm like, "I'm crying because of the movie."
Yeah.
I'm like, I am. I was like, I'm focusing on the movie, and that's what's making me sad.
This why I don't have to pee because it's all coming out my eyes.
Yeah, dude, I didn't even get like I went down. We got there, and Tatiana was like, "You want to get a drink and some food?" And I'm like, "I'm not buying a drink." You know, like I'm sorry.
No, I was like, we already bought these because like you know like so like when the movie I don't know when the tickets came out for pre-order, but like it was like April 6th. Like when as soon as I came back to like the States, Monica was like, "Oh yeah, the movies are out. You want to get the tickets?" Yeah.
Like
and the tickets freaking crashed the servers. You heard about that?
Mm-mm.
No.
Like the app, they couldn't do nothing. It was like 3 hour waits and like hour waits. They crashed all the servers.
Monica was like, AMC Stubs, got the tickets already. They were like, okay.
It's like, thanks, AMC Stubbs.
Yeah.
You rock.
It was cool.
Fuck you, Fandango.
Actually, there was a no, never mind. There was a Regal. There was a Regal theater. You heard it? Regal theater.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's where I went to watch it.
Yeah. Oh. For some reason, I was thinking like Fandango was a movie theater. I forgot Fandango was like a fucking
ticket master basically for movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, is there anything else you guys want to say about the movie?
Man, I'll have to say, like you said, this is a movie I cried the most on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it was just great, man, to see the beginning and see the end of certain characters. And like some people say, you never realize how much you care about the characters until you see them like go.
Mm-hmm.
And even though, like I told you, Brie Larson and the whole Captain Marvel, like they said they got some beef, and they were like, "Oh, we hope she don't screw it up" and stuff like that. Like even with the cast, and you even saw it in the movie when she first arrived, they like, "Who is this girl?" You know, but she's basically supposed to be the future of the MCU.
Yeah.
So it's like how we feeling now, like the kids are gonna be feeling like that later on.
Yeah, like the next 10 years of Marvel.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Man, I'm be
So-
old.
So what were you about to say?
Oh yeah, so like another thing too is like I kind of wish another thing. Maybe a small little complaint, but I kind of wish that Stan Lee would have had like a bigger part instead of him just dropping out. Whoa,
I don't even think that was him.
That was him. He had like a little wig and everything.
No, I'm saying like that didn't even look or sound like him.
No, but he shot his cameo like before. Like I'm assuming he passed.
What I'm saying is like when I watched that, I was like,
Yeah, I was wondering.
I was hoping he have more of a like an emotional thing, like I don't know, like you know, like give like a pep talk or something like that to like somebody like one of those like one of the what do you call it, circles that Steve had. If you had that, man, I would have been a lot more.
that would have been really badass.
Yeah, that would have been like real nice, you know.
It would have been crazy if it was kind of just like, hey man, like sometimes people come
Yeah,
and go,
like just something like that, and I was
it's
like,
hey, I mean sometimes you
I saw him and he was just sitting there, woo, and just
like the guy's dead, and he's like, woo, party over here.
Yeah, I mean Stanley, man, God.
That's another guy. What's the best Stan Lee cameo? In
Best
all of them.
Stanley cameo in all of them,
In all of them.
man. Hold on, man.
I think.
MCU, right?
It doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
Oh,
Because even in Amazing Spider-Man, that's pretty funny.
in Amazing Spider-Man, when he's got the headphones on, he's with the librarian. You see like Spider-Man and all this shit.
Like Lizard.
Lizard getting fucking him up, and like the table's coming at him, and he goes, and it goes right back.
Yeah.
And like Spider-Man just grabs the thing and throws it at back at Lizard. I was like, that's my favorite. He didn't even talk. He was minding his own business. He was minding his own.
Two of them was one, the fact, because I'm a huge X-Men fan. Obviously, that's my favorite franchise. He's Jean Grey's neighbor.
Is he?
Yeah, he's
Which
Jean
movie?
Grey. In all of them.
And
Like, you know, I think in X-Men
I haven't
Last
seen it in a
Stand,
while.
like when she pauses everything, he's like sprinkling his lawn and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, he's just like.
Yeah.
that's funny.
I seen that one. Yeah.
I like how he's in all of them, even
Yeah,
though
he's
it's
all
not
of
the
them.
MCU.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Oh, another one that my dad loves. This one. It's super old.
He's not in Logan, is he?
I
don't know.
think so.
He might be.
I don't think
He's
is.
in like a bunch of other movies too that aren't even like Marvel related. But like another
in
one.
Deadpool 2, it's funny because like when they're parachuting in, it's just a picture of him like big, huge on the billboard.
He
Like,
was in
on the
like
side of the wall.
the trailer though.
Yeah, he was in the Deadpool 2 trailer.
the Logan. Remember the Logan beginning of Logan?
Shut up, Stanley.
I was happy. I was like, oh shoot, Deadpool's in Logan, but there was like in the theater they had made it seem like he was a part of the movie.
And then
Yeah.
one of my dad's favorite one is like the Fantastic Four, like Silver Surfer, or like the first one. Whenever they're getting married, he's just like, "Hey, name Stanley." Sorry, sir, you're not on the list. And he kicks him out.
He's
He's
like,
like,
like getting
he
dragged
kicks
out.
him out. He's like, Stanley. sorry, you're not on the list. And just kicks it out like, what? I didn't know who it was, honestly, because I was too young to know who Stanley was until I finally
I like the ones in Iron Man 1 and 2 where he's like, looking good, Hef, and he like turns around. And then like in Iron Man 2, it's like doing like the first person scene, and he's just like Larry King, I think it is. He's like looking good, Larry, and then he's just it's like the ones where he's like not even talking that I think are funny.
I like the one where he did talk in Avengers when he was like, superheroes on you in New York, give me a break.
Oh yeah,
he was playing chess or something. He's like, give me a break.
He's like, what?
Oh,
I didn't even believe it.
When Avengers 2, I was like, come on, we've seen the beaches of Omaha. Give me that Excelsior. And he's like getting drunk. So this has been this wine
been brewed in the belly of the fucking beast
for 3,000 years.
And he's like, oh man, we saw Normandy or whatever the fuck he says.
We saw Normandy or whatever.
I can't remember.
Yeah, something.
And he's like, Excelsior. He's all jacked up. Man, the funniest one that I didn't really even get, but it was in Ant-Man and the Wasp, where he walks up and then like the thing hits the car and it goes like shrinks way down. He goes, all that fun I had in the 60s and now I'm paying for it. I didn't get it. And then I went and saw it with Nick, and Nick goes, he was talking about all the acid he did in the 60s.
Oh my god.
Like that's what he said. Man, it was so funny. But man, any other things you want to say about Endgame?
I mean,
go watch it.
Yeah, go watch it.
If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry, we just
yeah, no, it's a great movie.
It.
Trust me, you'll
still like it.
Yeah, they'll still.
One thing, what you looking forward to, real quick?
What am I looking forward to?
Yeah, like as far as
as Guardians of the Galaxy, because I think the Thor Star-Lord combination is going to be so funny.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
Yeah, and just to see.
Another thing too, what I'm looking forward to, as of right now, I'm not looking forward to too much. I just kind of want to finish up with Spider-Man Far From Home.
They said that's going to be the last movie of the Phase 3.
I want to see how they're. I'm gonna see what they go from there, because you know how the Infinity Wars didn't have no end credits. I want to know where
no end credits.
Yeah, I want to know where they're going. My bad, spoiler. I want to know
we're in the spoilers.
Yeah, but I'm saying I want to know where they go from Far From Home.
Yeah,
because it's just like that's gonna be the last of the phase. What, Phase 3?
Yeah,
Phase 3.
I thought this was Phase 4.
No, because
it was Phase 1 and then Avengers. And then Phase 2 was like Iron Man 3.
No, so Phase
and then it's
1
Avengers Age of Ultron.
is Avengers, and then Phase 2 is Age of Ultron.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and then Phase 3.
I thought it was Infinity War.
It's Infinity War / because it's still the same movie.
Like all that Doctor Strange, Homecoming, all that stuff is Phase 3.
Oh, okay.
But
and then Guardians 2 and Captain Marvel's all Phase 3.
So now Phase 3, So now it's gonna be like Black Panther 2, Doctor Strange 2.
Captain Marvel too, yeah.
But I heard they were supposed to be doing like a Black Widow standalone movie.
Yeah,
a Hawkeye.
I just saw a video about that like before I came up here actually.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how that's gonna work out. I feel it's gonna be a prequel.
Like, yeah, it has to be. She's dead.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to the X-Men joining MCU. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like. It's too late for that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Hugh Jackman's not Wolverine.
Hey,
sorry.
It's still possible because you know what? They said in the little Disney thing, I never seen the clip, but they said at like a little Disney convention, there was some Wolverine talking to Black Panther, bro. So,
man, that was two people cosplaying.
That was Hugh Jackman, Wolverine.
No, man. I mean, I don't know, because like they're showing all these trailers for like the Dark Phoenix or whatever, so I don't even think they're gonna have enough time to do that like at all, honestly. And then
like Dark Phoenix, and then what is it?
That would be the last one if you think about it.
No,
Mutants.
Yeah,
we are mutants or something. Like there's some horror movie that it's just like
horror movie.
Yeah, you've never seen the trailer?
No.
All right, well right now, guys, go in there. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like Here Come the Mutants, or We Are the Mutants, or The Mutants. It's something like that, or The Next Mutants.
Yeah.
Or it's like something like, or The New Mutants. That's the name of it. The New Mutants. It's like a movie. It's a horror movie. Like legit, like you're watching it, you're like, what the fuck? Like,
really?
Like people are like coming through the walls and shit, and it's like a scary movie, but it's like with the X-Men characters. That's in like some kind of like insane asylum.
That's badass.
It's pretty creepy looking.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
So yeah, guys, X-Men, Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I just want them to actually do Doctor Doom right, because he's like my favorite villain in the Marvel universe, because he's like. He's a successful bad guy.
Dude.
Yeah,
because he can rule a country and his country loves him, and that man just takes over the world. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna rule the country rule the world like I rule the country, and this country loves him.
From Fantastic Four.
Oh, I thought I had something on my eyebrow.
They said like Emily Blunt is gonna be like Storm or something like that.
What the fuck is Emily Blunt?
You know who she is?
I don't know who that is. I really don't.
Yeah, she's in a bunch of movies. She's an actress.
Yeah,
That's all I know.
Yeah.
Maybe if I look at her, I'll know. Because I'm really bad with actors' names.
Yeah.
My wife,
All right, guys.
My wife knows that.
This has been the review for Glass. Go check out M. Night Shyamalan's movie. No, I was playing.
The Happening.
Yeah. Dude, breeze feels good in my face. Shit. No, but yeah, go watch Endgame. Jarrell, do you feel like you got what you wanted out of this review?
I think so. I feel like when I go home, I'm like, oh my, I should have said that, but I'm good.
Oh yeah, I feel kind of the same way. I feel like we said too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh well.
You can edit it.
Yeah, I'm gonna edit it and put the little. Okay, by the way, boom, spoilers are off.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, this is the video. That's the review. Like, subscribe, follow, comment, and tell your friends about Young Moltec. That's McGavin and slash Aztec. That's McGavin slash Aztec Airborne. And I'm James Black Panda, even though I don't post anything right now. But I'll probably post a little.
I haven't posted anything like a year.
Yeah, I'll probably post a little. Hey guys, go check out my friend's review. I'm in it.
I mean, watch that shit.
Yo, man, wash. But yeah, I guess that was it, guys. You ready to go?
Yeah, I got a part.
All right. Hold on, let me Gavin, clap. Drill. All right, cool.
That was hard.
Feel like, it's like, damn it, she left her switch up here.
Switch.
What do you mean?
It's probably gonna want to play something.
You want her to open the door and have her like run up here with her?
Yeah.
Remember your dad did that when he was recording? Hey!
He was recording, he was like,
Yeah, that's how he started. Hey! And then he was like, hey, get your flip flops.
Who was that?
The Panda Cast days.
Oh.
I was scared because we was here, like, well, not here, but the other house by ourselves, and he just, boom, hey!
Who did that?
that's how I was like, y'all ain't started yet. And then,
Just like that.
yeah. And then Monica, I was just like, yeah, I don't want Monica bothering me. So I put the switch down, and she goes, you know me so well.